Yeah.
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? This is brewpac.shakur.
Sorry, don't you usually say AK? Oh, never mind.
AKA Vice.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. You trying to throw him off? You trying to change it?
And I was like, hey, what's up, everybody? It's Art.
And this is Brian.
Welcome to the Brewing podcast, episode 20. I believe
20.
so.
All right.
20.
I don't know. You're keeping track. So.
Where we're creating
We're losing
community
track.
connections through casual conversations. Do us a favor and subscribe to the channel. It does help us out.
Tell your friends.
All right. On today's episode, we have Andrew Shorez. Drew is a retail business owner and pharmacist in the East County. Let's welcome Drew to the show.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey.
Welcome, Drew.
Thank you.
All right. Let's cheers to that.
All right, actually,
Oh.
brought a little something for everybody.
All right. Those are
Oh,
things-
Let's get it
Whoa.
started. That's how we start this today.
Whoa, that's a nice looking
Yeah,
bottle.
You
That
can
is-
open it up. You're the guest.
No, it's okay. We'll have
Dang,
you
bro,
open
it's
it, and
like-
you'll.
You want to share what you brought?
Yeah, it's This is Addictivo, one of my favorite tequilas, personally.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna definitely cheers
addictive,
to
huh?
this.
I really
but,
like the bottle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
that's a nice
It's
bottle.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave the rest for imagination, but yes, you know what I mean.
For those that can't see the bottle, it's
yeah.
it's like a regular bottle, but it's like slightly twisted.
Twisted,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's hella
Yeah.
twisted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can look it
This
up.
might
To,
be-
it's Addictivo
Yeah,
Tequila
yeah.
on
This
Google.
might be hard to open up, but it's okay. We'll
It looked like
figure
the
it out.
Hulk just twisted it.
Oh,
Wiggle it,
oh,
wiggle it,
oh,
wiggle
oh.
it.
This might require some more. You want to try it, Art?
Yeah, you try it, Art.
Hold on, let me give this a shot.
Gotta put some spit on it.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Now you really have to show what the bottle looks like.
Yeah.
There we
Oh, yeah,
go.
there you go. That's smart.
Oh,
Just
man.
do that.
You gotta
I
take
couldn't
off-
even do that.
So, what makes this your favorite tequila?
So it's like a sweet taste. It's kind of like it's more of like a dessert tequila, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
Dessert tequila.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
You got
Yeah.
extra agave in here?
Oh, is
Oh,
it like
you
a
want it-
cork?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah, there we go. Little ASMR action right there.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
perfect.
man. Are you
All right.
pouring?
Yeah.
So the cap is actually
Oh.
a shot glass.
Where's your hand shaking?
A little
He's
nervous.
trembling.
A little more?
Oh, there you go.
Wait, so you could
This
pour
is
it
a
into the
shot
cap or something?
Yeah, so
or-
it
looks a
fills
little
up
different.
and you just push it down and then it'll like empty itself out. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so
What?
it's full, but you can't really tell how much is in there.
his hand is shaking.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll
No,
figure that
where
out.
does it? If you push it, where does it come out of?
It's from here. It's filled in here. So there's tequila in there.
Oh yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
weighty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first 30 minutes is us just pouring.
Oh, there you go. That's it. Now,
Oh,
now
you-
pour it.
Oh,
There, see?
What
There
the
we
heck?
go. Check that
That's
out.
Crazy.
And it's one shot's worth.
what?
How sick is that?
That's nuts.
Bam. And now when you flip the bottle upside down again, it refills.
So
Do I have to put it back in like
Yeah.
this or?
Yeah.
Okay. How does it fill in if it's like plugged up? Then?
I don't know. I think there's like holes somewhere or something. I don't know how it works.
how did you find out about this bottle?
Basically, a lot of my friends own liquor stores.
Okay.
My dad used to own a liquor store.
Oh, nice.
Liquor has kind
Down
of
the
been
table.
like the way we've kind of, I guess, I don't know.
Get
coped.
sauced?
Coke?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Coped
Through like, making a living out here.
Yeah.
As far as that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have friends now that all have liquor stores and they do the online selling thing. So
Okay.
they have a whole bunch of different kinds that I've never even heard of, to be honest.
Nice.
So
Nice.
just go tequila tasting there in
Oh.
their stores, and then you're just like, oh wow, what is this?
Okay, well,
Well,
let's
yeah,
cheers.
yeah,
'cause
let's
we'll
cheers
we'll
to
get
that.
back to that.
Yeah,
though.
we will.
Cheers. Thank you, Drew.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let
to
me know what
this-
you guys think.
This dessert tequila. Huh?
Oh, it is sweet.
I told
yeah.
you.
Wait, what? Oh.
I told you.
It is sweet. It's smooth.
It's almost
too.
like a
It's really
a
smooth.
cognac.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of
Right,
like
yeah.
kind of like it. So it's I guess honey is what they use also.
Damn,
Man, we should have had those Krispy Kreme donuts that we were talking about
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. No.
Holy crap, that's
It's
good.
very different. It's very different.
Yeah.
It's kind of on par with that maple stuff you kind of brought last
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
That was really heavy on the maple. This one has like I think the right amount of like honey or whatever.
Yeah. It's not too sweet. It's not
Yeah.
overpowering, but it's just
Yeah.
right.
Before we get to our guests, we like to read testimonials on the show. These come from our community members, taken from either conversations, comments, and or direct messages, aka
DMs.
This one's from Dan. Shout out to Dan. Dan says, the 200 hours leading up to Brian's text laughed my ass off. Oh, that was when the whole cantaloupe text. Remember I said people kept messaging us and I was talking about, and Brian's like, let me know what it is. So I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
But Dan says, Vegas trips kind of remind me of my younger days. And then he goes into sharing all his recs. So thank you, Dan. I think having this pod does bring back a lot of our nostalgia.
Yeah.
And Dan's around the same age as us.
Nice.
Yeah. It's always good
Dan.
to look back on our life, you know?
Yeah, thank you for your support, Dan.
Shout out Dan.
Yeah.
Gotta remember what I did.
All right, let's get into it. Special guest, Drew. Let's talk about it. Uncle Drew, what it do?
Hey.
So you're a pharmacist. Let's get into that because I know we were talking about this. Maybe was it a month ago?
Yeah, we were. We met up close to where I live, so yeah, that's where we kind of got the subject going.
In the East County,
Yeah.
you talked about being a pharmacist. It kind of just fell into your lap. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was more or less kind of forced career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
when
mean,
you say forced, like, what do you mean? Like, parents
so
kinda
it's
forced it on you,
yeah,
or-
they kind of
Okay.
like forced it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no
Okay.
other way to put it. I can't like
You can't do anything else unless you do.
Yeah,
that
I mean, it
part.
was more
Yeah,
like,
so-
oh, we'll be disappointed if you do something else. Kind of, but not really. I don't know. It was kind of.
Who's more of the person that's like, oh man, I'm gonna get it from? Is it your dad or your mom?
That's tough because there's definitely a lot of attributes that I have that are more like my mom, I would say. My dad's definitely more easygoing than I could ever be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
more
wow,
relaxed. Yeah. My mom and I, we butt heads every now and then, but I love her to death. So
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's family. You know?
it's like that. It
Yeah.
just be like that.
Yeah.
So it's like similar personalities. So it's that's where I think I'd get most of it from.
Who did you feel that pressure from mostly?
Pops.
Pops.
Yeah.
So what did that conversation look like?
Well, it was like me at one point when I was younger. I was still unsure. Like I was in college and I was still unsure what I wanted to do. And I was like, kind of want to do this, kind of want to do this. And I was like all over the place. He's like, you need to make a decision now. You're not getting you're not getting any younger, you know.
How old were you at the time?
I was in my 20s.
Early
Yeah.
20s?
Yeah.
21,
Yeah.
22?
Yeah, something like that. So
Jeez.
I know it. I mean, but he was right. You kind of
Yeah.
need that kick just to like, if you don't have a decision of what you're gonna try to at least accomplish, then things could go really bad really fast.
Yeah.
And I think he just wanted to see all of us, including my sisters, be super successful. Career driven, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
Being a pharmacist, how did you go down that route? Like when he said, hey, I need you to figure things out.
Yeah,
How did you say, all right, I want to be a pharmacist?
So my parents, growing up, like I was saying earlier, own liquor stores, right? So
okay.
they own liquor stores. That's how they kind of got started in the entrepreneur type field, and just started to branch off to more liquor stores. Then afterwards, they're like, we don't like working these hours where it's like
Oh,
9 o'clock at
9
night till
yeah.
12 o'clock in the
Graveyard.
yeah. So they're just like, nah, we're not doing this anymore. My dad started doing other stuff like he was an insurance agent, had his own insurance brokerage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he did that for a while, and then I don't know how he ended up finding the next business venture, and that was pharmacy.
Yeah.
So he bought an existing pharmacy, and I started working there as a technician.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I was 17 years old at the time.
Oh, 17.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Did you go to school for that or?
No, I actually just took board exams, and that was it. It was really simple. Just pass it, and then
Yeah.
you're basically licensed. So,
Oh, that's how easy.
well, for a technician,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I felt like your dad kind of knew what he was doing, especially at 17, being a technician. He was like, all right, I need you to be a pharmacist.
Yeah, he's like, you already know what you're doing, so just go to school for it and just get it done, And I was like, oh man, I really don't like this job, but
It's
it is-
something.
yeah, no, it could have been nothing. So
Yeah.
definitely.
When you went to school, what school did you go to?
So yeah, it's actually a little bit different than most people, I would say. So my grad school consisted of studying abroad. So I got my
Nice.
license out of the country, essentially in the beginning, and it was in Jordan.
Oh,
so
wow.
going to school out there, you have your undergrad. I did it here at the San Diego State, and then went all the way over there. Did it for 3 years.
Oh.
So it's 3 years there versus most of the universities here, 4 years at least in
yeah.
grad
Yeah.
school. The biggest thing is like why everyone was asking me like, why would you go all the way out there? Why would you do
Yeah.
that? That sounds crazy to go halfway around the world just to go there. Well, yes and no.
Uh-huh.
So yes, because the cost of living, tuition, flying back and forth. All of that did not even amount to 1 semester of doing school here.
Holy
that's
crap!
nice.
Yeah,
Not even close.
not even close.
So like after everyone's done with school here, they're like, "Man, you went all the way to Jordan." I'm like, "Yeah, but I got no student loan debt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
0."
yeah.
So they make you
Yeah.
take a whole bunch of exams,
Okay.
and you still got to take boards. So you still got to know everything. It's not like you can just get it and then just come here and start working.
Yeah.
Luckily, but yeah, that was it.
How was the equivalency rate? Like, you know, when you take all the exams and stuff, did you find like to be pretty easy?
No, it definitely was not easy. There was nothing easy
Oh,
about it
okay.
because the way they teach
I don't
out
know.
there, the way they teach out there is nowhere near, like I would say, you know, the quality of
Right.
teaching here. So it's like a lot of it there was also self-taught. So like all the lectures were in Arabic.
Oh,
So I didn't even know what was going on.
I was about to say, I was like,
Yeah,
"Do you
yeah.
know Arabic?"
No. I can understand a little bit, but nothing like of
Okay.
that nature where, you know, they're explaining
Like
super complex stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just know how to say like, "Where's the librarians?"
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how to say that, to be honest.
No, but like equivalent, like the same kind of like.
next
that.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
understandable.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, this was like before all the like translating apps, huh? Or,
Yeah, well, no. I mean, there were still translating apps, but the thing is, the way they speak in each country is super different
It's
dialects.
like dialects, yeah.
So it's not something that you can kind of like translate. Like, hey
Yeah,
Siri, what are they saying?
Yeah.
Don't
No.
know. Yeah, that was the hardest part. So like the exams there were all in English. All
Oh,
the lectures
okay.
were
Okay.
in Arabic. Yeah.
Ah. So then, how did you overcome that with all the lectures in Arabic? Like, did you just basically teach yourself?
Yeah, I
or-
was just reading.
Oh,
Reading
okay.
constantly.
Okay.
Yeah, just reading. And then if I had questions, I would ask, you know, after class and stuff like that. But
And then the teachers kind of spoke a little bit. Of
oh,
English.
they all spoke English.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
A lot of
okay.
them were like U.S. graduates, which is crazy. And then they went back to,
Oh.
you know, their home country to
to teach.
teach, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Commendable.
Okay. All right, that kind of cleared up a lot of questions about like language barriers.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the hardest part. And just getting into a new culture, what challenges that bring?
The hardest was just feeling homesick. You know, I feel like just I had to pick up my life in 3 days. So like how it happened was kind of crazy because I wasn't really like planning on it 100%. So my dad went over there because he speaks Arabic. My dad went over there, got all like the paperwork stuff done.
Yeah.
He calls me and he's like, "All right, 3 days you need to be here." They need to do this. I
What
was
the
like,
heck?
"What?" I literally dropped my life and that was it.
What-
No,
so-
you had no lead up, no nothing.
No,
just-
no. I mean, I knew he was there doing it. I just didn't know it was gonna be that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. So,
wild.
when you heard that news, what were you doing at the time? Like, what were you getting yourself into?
Oh yeah, what was your mindset?
Were you like at a rave and you're like, what?
No. Yeah, no.
Just killed your whole mood.
No, I think I was at home because it was like a Sunday or something, and yeah, I think I was just at home in like the
You're
loft
just
area,
chilling.
just chilling. Yeah, and it was just kind of like
Phone
get
call?
it together,
Yeah.
get it together. Now's like real life happening. So
Shoot.
yeah, aside from
So
not
how-
speaking the language and all of that, so
How
but
much
yeah.
luggage did you bring when you first got there?
Two big luggages with
Yeah.
me. Yeah,
So
Southwest.
That's your. You
And
brought
then-
2 big luggages of your life, and that's
Yeah,
it. dude.
yeah.
Dang.
and then when I would
Your
fly
whole
back
life
and
in
forth,
2
I knew what I needed, so that was kind of cool. And then I'd fill one luggage with like bacon,
Oh, yeah.
bacon and meats. Yeah, because they don't have like
Wow.
certain meats there.
It's halal.
Yeah,
Oh,
You need
yeah.
certain halal meats and stuff.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
all kinds of pork stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's that pork is not halal.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It's haram.
yeah, it's haram.
So describe that first that week when you stepped on like into Jordan. You got your 2 big luggages, maybe
Yeah.
a backpack, right?
Yeah,
And then you got off the plane. What did
Nintendo
that?
Switch?
Yeah.
it was. It was so mind blowing. The biggest thing was the culture shock. So like
Okay.
I had
Yeah, that's be my question.
being born and raised here in America is definitely a gift, you know,
Oh, yeah.
to say the least. Because like I walked in and I was just like, "There's no way this is a real place." It just looked. It was just surrounded by just desert, sand, and it was
Yeah.
just like there was nothing nice or calming about it. It was like I don't know, stuff that you kind of see in movies in a little bit, and then
Yeah.
Just without the filter.
that red skies, almost reddish orange skies. I
Oh, wow.
remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
And-
of all the sand and dust or whatever.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right. So yeah, it was. I think the
That's
culture shock, the
crazy.
unorganization of roads, like all of it together. Like there was
yeah.
just too much going on all at once, and I was just taking it in. Man, it was a lot. It was a lot.
There was like no speed limit,
There are speed limits.
but it's like 95.
I don't
in the
know.
residential.
Honestly, no, I don't know. It's just there's like the way it is there's a paved road and everybody drives. There's no lanes. There's nothing like that. You just drive. Figure it out. Yeah, well, bob and weave, basically.
Did you drive over there, or
I did a couple times, yeah.
Okay.
But not in like the very populated areas because it was way too much, man. The way they drove was like risking your life every single day. Like we would sit in cabs to go everywhere, and I'm not kidding. You'd be like, "There's no way we're making it out alive after this trip."
Yeah.
you just
like
put your
every day.
hands in the cabby driver?
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you finally got to your place. Was it like a dorm style, or you had your own like?
Yeah, it was an apartment.
Oh, you had your own apartment.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I had 2 roommates that were also living with me. It was a 3-bedroom apartment.
Oh, nice.
Was it all I guess international students that you're saying with too, or were they?
No, they were from here. So yeah, they were from here as well.
Oh, okay.
From
So
San
they-
Diego.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So they kind of heard that we were like my dad went to go do the paperwork and stuff, so they were interested. They're like, "Oh, we'll do it too."
okay.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, they got a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. It also helped that they spoke Arabic too, so
Oh,
they were like my navigators. So
Yeah,
it was
okay,
kind of
okay.
cool.
Plus,
That's a big plus then, because then you're not having to just navigate this whole new life by
Oh,
yourself.
100%.
right?
If it wasn't for them too, dude, I don't think I would have lasted a year.
Oh,
There's no way.
When you got in there, did you get to pick your own room, or were you the last room?
Yeah. Yeah. So I got to pick my own room. All the rooms were pretty much the same size.
Okay.
It was a pretty big, decent apartment. And the best part about it was really close to the school. So you could just walk right to
walking
school.
distance.
Yeah.
Nice.
That
That
was
was the-
drive.
Yeah. Didn't have to drive. And it was,
but now you got to cross the street though.
Yeah, that's the problem. that was a big problem. I'm not gonna lie, because the way people drive there is crazy.
Yeah.
But sometimes it'd be pouring, and we'd have to just go uphill. It'd be like,
Yeah.
I see a cab driving, I'd wave him down. Hey, take me up the hill, man.
Yeah.
Throw him like 50 cents, and he'd take me up. the hill.
50 cents?
Well, in dinars, yeah.
Oh, got
yeah,
it.
half a dinar. So that's like, I want to say it's close to $1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drive up a hill. Shoot.
yeah, right. He's going up there anyways.
Yeah.
It's a one-way street, so
Yeah.
yeah, it was cool.
So after you settled in, what did you do for fun?
There wasn't really much time for fun, to be dead honest, just because it was like unit cramming. So I had
accelerated programming.
it was 24 units a semester. You really didn't have time for like
24 years.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
yeah, it was
Was
honestly
that like double full time?
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's
yeah.
like-
Yeah, full time's like
Full-time's
12
12.
units.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Full time.
Yeah, so it was a
Holy
lot.
crap.
It was a
Yeah.
lot. So you really didn't have much time.
So you
But when
li-
we did have time, we would go to like little cafes, essentially.
Yeah.
Play some backgammon, some dominoes.
Oh, bad.
I don't even
Yeah.
know how to play backgammon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's easy. It's easy. I can
Okay,
teach
I
you
gotta look.
guys,
Yeah,
for sure.
Backgammon.
Yeah.
backgammon's a big
Dominoes,
thing there.
okay.
Okay.
Do you remember your first meal there?
No, but what I do remember is seeing in the supermarket. It's very odd. Walking around. I don't know why. Or no, it was outside walking on like the
Okay.
streets, but it was like a small little supermarket, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There were
Okay.
just sheep's balls everywhere.
Sheep's balls.
It was so ridiculous.
Like just testicles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then they'd have like the whole lamb, of course, just like hanging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like with the face still there. So
Oh,
it's kind of,
shoot.
yeah, it's kind of
Wow.
like a little
Yeah.
gory, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it's like
it is
normal
what it
there.
is, Yeah.
Well, because they sell every part of the.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
man.
They don't let anything go to waste for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Huh.
Dang.
Yeah. I'm telling you that it was all at once. So like seeing all of these things, it was very, very intense.
Okay.
And it was the culture shock was just like,
Yeah.
you're in for the ride, man. It's cool.
Do you have any pictures from your experience?
Yeah, I have plenty.
Yeah, show them
Yep.
some of the censored ones too.
Yeah.
No, not that way. Like, which way are you thinking? Censored in how? What way? No.
The
I don't know
Like
exactly.
the
No,
gory ones. The gory.
Oh, the
sheep's-
gory one.
Oh,
The
okay.
sheep's
Yeah,
balls?
yeah, yeah.
sheep's balls.
Yeah. Those,
Yeah.
the like sheep's
Not boobs
face.
or anything.
No, I was thinking. Yeah.
No, no.
You think about boobs?
No, I was thinking. I
That's haram.
was thinking of the. I mean, you did that pretty good.
I know. Yeah, that's actually it sounded pretty good, man. Maybe you speak Arabic.
Yeah, I teach
Indiana
a lot of
Jones
like
movies?
Persian students and stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I listen to their and stuff, and I know that
Yeah.
how the accent works.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking with the nightlife when you said censored. I was like, wait.
Oh.
Is there?
Not really.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
that's
you
what I'm
know,
saying.
Alcohol is also
Yeah.
haram.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they'll have it like hotels or like, you know, where the like touristy parts of Jordan maybe.
Yeah.
But it's not like illegal or anything. You can go to a liquor store there. They have liquor stores all around, you know, Amman. That's the, you know, the city in Jordan. that I was staying.
Because I was gonna say like the only thing I remember in Jordan is like Petra, but that's farther.
Yeah. No, I went there too.
Oh, did you go to the that one temple that was like in Indiana Jones? Remember the one they used?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
What?
I have pictures of that.
Is
Yeah.
it from there?
Yeah.
The one from what was it? Crusaders. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's that one. It's the one temple at the end or whatever. And
Yeah.
like, the
Where the camels
earthquake.
are.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
standing.
And,
Yeah.
and they have to go. They have to
Oh.
go through the valley or whatever.
Yes.
And like you see that. Yeah, I forget what
Yeah.
it's called, but yeah, it's like really famous though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got pictures of that.
Okay.
Nice.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, that's like the one thing that everyone like goes to when they go to, because my sister like visited Jordan when she was stationed there for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and she showed me that. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
Yeah.
definitely cool to see that.
So,
like-
I mean, like as busy as you were still able to kind of like at least see some cultural stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, whenever I wasn't in school, I would try to do whatever I could, but it was mostly coming back home because I was just so homesick. And I was just like, I hate it here. I just missed the like social interactions from like family, friends, all of that just normal, simple stuff that I just didn't get out there. Like, granted, I made friends there and stuff. It was cool, but it wasn't the same. Like, I felt like if this is forever, this sucks. That's what I kept thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, you were probably like in your 20s and you've grown up 20 plus years getting used to the custom culture.
of course.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So it's like, it's crazy. Now I understand like why it was so hard for like anyone who's immigrated
That's
to a
good.
different country and start your whole life. Like, that's scary, man.
Yeah.
That's super scary. So I don't know how my parents did it.
That's a
but-
good perspective.
Yeah.
Because
I'm telling
we
you.
don't think about that.
No,
until we
man.
experience it.
Especially,
Yeah.
I think it's because of the language barrier, right? Like if you spoke the language,
Right.
it'd be maybe a little bit more tolerable,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, I think no, I don't. I still
No?
don't think so. I still don't think so. For
Oh,
me, at
okay.
least.
Okay.
A lot of people will be like, they'll be fine with it, but I just no,
You ever try the spit game there?
no. It's not that
It's
kind
not
of
allowed?
place. It's frowned upon for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it has to do with like religious differences too. So if your intent is to date, then it better be for marriage.
Yeah.
that kind of
yeah,
thing.
totally. It's how
And then on
serious.
top of that, if you guys have religious differences, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
basically you have to be Muslim or you're gonna like
Correct.
convert to Muslim.
Something of that
Yeah,
nature.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's basically what like haram is like it's not, religiously or like morally right.
Correct.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah.
So how long was this program for you?
Total was 3 years.
Years.
Yeah,
Oh,
3 years.
dang.
Mhm.
Yeah.
3 years. Had summers off,
Okay.
but I think I did one summer.
Well, you just stayed out there? Didn't
Yeah,
go
I
home?
think so. Yeah, just because it was like I didn't want the like heaviness at the end, so I had
Yeah.
like less units at the end.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you mean. Like
Yeah, so
like I want to get out of here as much as possible.
yeah, yeah. So that's what the goal was. I mean, technically, if I stayed every single summer, I probably could have got out of there in like 2.5. But I was like,
That's
nah,
like-
You,
That's
you
a
need your
lot.
sanity. You need your sanity.
I need a little
yeah.
bit of sanity, and I was like, that
Yeah.
means never coming back for 2.5 years. I was like, nah, I
Yeah.
can't do that. Can't do it.
Yeah.
And I was glad that I took those breaks. So,
Okay.
How often would you go back?
oh, every chance I got,
No, but like what was the like in a year? How often would you go back? Like
I'd go back twice.
twice a year.
Summer
Yeah.
and winter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
summer and winter.
just
Okay.
like winter
Nice.
break, summer break.
So you graduated there.
Mhm.
Did you have a graduation there?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
When I
nice.
did, had a ceremony and everything.
Is it similar to what we're used to here?
Yeah, yeah,
or-
it's kind of similar. Yeah, for sure. It
Big
was
old
just
ceremony.
that was also I didn't even care to walk. Honestly, I was just like, give me my paperwork, let me get out of here.
Yeah.
Because it was funny because like everyone's like, no, you have to walk, you have to walk. So like all the like friends that I had there.
Yeah.
Because they would always call me the American, so it was funny because it's like, the Americans here. So it's like, it's just funny. Yeah, it was just funny. They're like, no, you have to walk. We had to take a group photo, all of that. So we did all that. That was cool. But
You're in a bunch of group pictures now, and then they're like, "Yeah, this is the American."
yeah. It's always like that. It's always like that because it's like it's almost like
skin
the-
brother, right?
Yeah.
Were you the only light skin there, or
What's that?
you're the only light skin there, or
No, I mean there's some light skinned guys,
okay,
but
okay, yes, I see that.
but they're generally darker. Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
more
See,
or
that's
less.
what I'm saying. Like he's not the only light skin over there.
maybe light skin, light eyes, possibly.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
What color eyes do you have?
green.
Green. Okay.
Yeah.
Just for our audio
just look
listeners.
Oh yeah.
Look at him. Look at him.
Look at him.
Look into his eyes. Look into his eyes. Jake. Look deeply.
Now your journey here. You get back to the U.S. What were your next steps?
I had to just make sure all the paperwork was right.
Your dad had the shop at the time.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Had all my paperwork filled out for here, and it's basically submit all of the paperwork that's from there to the boards here. They'll evaluate and they'll look at it, make sure everything's legit, all of that. And then they'll grant you access to take your first exam. There's a total of 4 exams.
Oh, first of 4.
Jeez. How many
Yeah.
questions on the first one? Do you remember?
The first one,
100 plus.
Like
oh yeah,
technicians.
yeah. They're like all
Super technical.
4+ hour exams.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So the last boards are, I want to say 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
yeah, the last of the 2. So the last 2 are the hardest, but yeah.
Remember where you took it? Like,
Yeah, I took it
That's
close
amazing.
to here actually.
Close to here.
In Sereno.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a testing center that's, I forget where exactly, but it is
Yeah.
in the like industrial part or whatever.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like down Serena.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they give you like a lunch break while you're taking this
Yeah,
test?
you
okay.
I was
So you
like,
get one break,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then all your
Only
other
one.
breaks are you can take whenever you want. The
Mhm.
problem is the time still
Yeah,
keeps
it's
going,
keeps
so
going.
it just keeps going, and
Oh,
it's up to you. And if you're longer than like 10 minutes, say if your break is longer than that, they automatically cancel your exam.
Oh,
Wow.
shoot.
Yeah, so they
Should
try to
have been outside
reduce on
Googling or
cheating.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, your phones are locked, so like your
Okay.
phones are locked in the
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
locker. Can't access it the
Dang.
whole time. But yeah,
How many people were in that room?
I want to say at any given moment around 40 people.
Oh, dang. Okay.
yeah, it's a lot of
Okay.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's taking a different exam though.
Oh,
so, yeah.
so
you
you
know,
can't-
it's no, there's no,
Yeah.
and there's cameras everywhere. It's crazy.
Jeez, that-
They
And
thought
not
of
just
everything,
that.
man. They thought of everything.
Not
Yeah.
just that. So like when you go to leave for like a break or whatever, you want
Yeah.
to take a break to go to the restroom. They actually have a palm scanner. So you put your palm down, make sure it scans it,
Uh-huh.
like with your like actual,
Yeah.
kind of like your fingerprint.
Also,
almost.
like
Okay.
you don't do a little switcheroo or something.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's and they make sure, like, all right, is this the person? ID pops up right there on
Yeah.
their screen. They're like, yeah, it was the same person. Then they ask for
wild.
your ID too because you have to have your ID. So it's crazy.
Is it
I've
when you
never-
scan when you go out or come back in? Or
Either way, you go out, come in, you have to be
Oh.
scanned in and out. Yeah,
Okay.
Retinal scan too.
yeah, they do have a retinal scan. They do. When you first
Oh,
start
shoot.
though,
That's
it.
crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean it's serious stuff.
I
Right?
mean,
you
no,
want
it
to
makes
get
sense.
licensed,
Yeah.
you want to get board certified, then they
That's
have to make
right.
it that
I
serious.
mean, if you are gonna be slanging drugs,
yeah,
Yeah. Well, make sure
True.
you know what you're doing. You know?
right,
Yeah.
right.
So fast forward, you take 4 exams.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
Well, during this whole process, my parents had opened other pharmacies as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they had 2.
Okay.
They had one in Bonita and they had one in El Cajon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was funny because after I graduated and came back
Mhm.
and I passed the first 2 exams, I had to finish my intern hours. So my intern hours consisted of 1,500 working hours in a pharmacy,
Wow.
and then you can take the last 2 exams.
Okay.
So there was that part
okay.
too, which is not that bad. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
what, another 9 months essentially if you work
Yeah.
full time. So
Yeah.
it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But they decided, like, as soon as I got back, I was like, oh, perfect. I'll just run the show here. And they're like, no, we have other plans. And then I was like,
Wait, your
what?
parents said that?
Yeah.
Plans for you. Plans for
Yeah.
you.
No, not plans for me. It's plans for them.
Oh.
You're heading back to
because they were
Jordan in 3
they
days.
they owned the pharmacies
Right.
at that point, right?
Right.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
own both of them. They're like, no, we're gonna sell both.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. You made me do all this to sell it? And they're like, don't worry, you'll work at CVS. And I was like,
Oh.
so CVS is buying it.
Yeah.
So CVS ended up buying the
Other two, sir.
Oh,
one of
wow.
them. One
Oh,
of them.
one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was interning there for a while.
Okay.
And after I finished there, whatever, they were like, everyone at CVS wanted me to work there. And I was like, there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Why is that?
It sucks.
Oh.
I know I'm like a Debbie Downer, but honestly, when you're your own boss for so long, you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
listen
yeah,
to
no, of
people
course,
and
of
like
course.
metrics and all of this, like stuff that's meaningless.
Right.
It's like, where's the actual quality of care? That's what's most important versus like, hey, I think you were a little late on doing these 2 prescriptions, or you had a bad review on this and it was 4 stars, not 5 stars.
That's
I'm
what
like,
you meant, yeah.
I look at them and I'm like, this is really what you're complaining about?
Do you have any big incidents concerning a regional manager, or is it just general butting heads?
I mean, no, because the thing is, like the first initial, like the first regional manager that I got introduced to, like when my parents sold the business, was a sweetheart. She was the best. She was like
Oh.
the nicest person on the planet, and she wanted like nothing but the best for all of us. And she was like, promising me like certain things, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I'll consider working with CVS. Like,
Right.
cool. They fired her for no reason. Yeah,
Dang,
they
that
got rid of
sucks.
her, and I was like, what was the reason? I was asking the pharmacist at the time that I was working with.
Yeah.
And
Like, what'd she
she's
do?
like, honestly, I have no idea, but my guess is like something to do with the metrics. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh,
this
Always
is,
the
Metrics,
goddamn
yes.
metrics, right?
it's like, what is the fucking point of this?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't understand. I don't get it. So
Yeah.
it's like, they really don't care about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really don't. Because if they did, then they would actually still have her on board. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's why.
And then this new one came in, and that's the one you bought.
The new one, I guess, was apparently working for CVS for a long, long time. They just knew that they wanted her. She came from Palm Springs or something like that, and just
Nothing against Palm Springs.
I like how you did preface that.
yeah.
So from CVS, how did you get to owning your own shop? So
CVS, yeah.
Your parents sold the business.
Yeah. So after that, basically, I was done with my intern hours, took my last 2 exams, passed those, became a pharmacist. And during this time, my dad was already like, "Oh, we're looking for another spot to open up." You know,
It's that easy, right?
Well, it's not that easy. It's definitely not easy. So this time he was like, "Okay, are you ready? Do you want to?" He was asking me, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." You know. So I was like, "There's no way I'm going to work for anybody. Like I just can't do it."
Yeah.
Got to be my own boss or whatever. So to summarize all of that, found a place in Santee, opened it up. It took a lot longer than like when my dad had previously opened his other spots. Licensing was not as easy. The board likes to basically give reasons why they don't want to issue you a license, especially like a pharmacy license.
Oh.
Aside from being a pharmacist, and the laws keep changing. Like every year, there's something that changes, so you have to be on top of that. Yeah, there's so much that goes
lot of
on.
hurdles, lot of
Yeah,
hurdles,
they don't make it easy. They definitely don't make it easy now because I think they just want to see like big box.
Big box like pharmacy.
Oh no.
So do you take care of that, or is there another person that's involved in like overseeing like the laws and stuff?
So the laws, that's just in the beginning. So what it is, the pharmacist has to fill out this long list of stuff that you have to basically sign off on that you know. That gets double checked through an attorney that we have. So the attorney will double check that and make sure that everything's all good to go. If there's any new laws, they'll let us know, that kind of thing. We pay them every year
course,
for that.
Yeah, that's good.
We have them on retainer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't ever get in trouble.
Yeah.
And then so what age were you when you became a pharmacist with your own store?
So basically the store was, this last store that I'm at now, opened up right before COVID.
Oh wow. Okay.
2020.
Oh, like early
2019, 2020, like the end of
yeah.
2019, 2020.
Yeah. Before March 2020, knowing that for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And it was funny because we were able to open, and then that's when they had the complete shutdown. They're like, "You can't even open." And then they were like, "All right, wait, you're deemed essential, so you can open."
Yeah.
And that was messing with a lot of people because they were like, "Oh, we don't even want to go anywhere." So like, it was hard to like start your business right then and there, and it's like completely dead. So now you have rent that needs to be paid. You have all this overhead that needs to like.
Yes.
It was a disaster. 2020 was a disaster for sure.
So then, how did you? What got you through that then? Because you obviously still own it, right? It's still there.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of it was you kind of got to eat it the first year. You know, to be honest, like any business, anyone will tell you that opening up your own business for the first year, it's you got to eat, you got to bite the bullet, man. You got to bite the bullet for the first year. You're gonna have a lot that you're gonna have to be, you know,
expense.
in the negatives, so to speak. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. You gotta, once you get through those hurdles, I mean, and everything pretty much came naturally as far as like customer base and stuff like that. So
'Cause you already had like some pre-existing like still relationships.
yeah, so my dad had a lot of relationships with people that he knew, especially like the older folks, because that's who you're giving medicine mostly to, you know. So he did that and brought them all back. It was like over time, so it was kind of cool. Yeah. So shout out Pops, man.
He really did look out for you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did for sure. No, he always does, man. He always does. So
And I guess that's like a little bit of his character too, like to have people come back to him.
yeah,
After, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, they love him, man. He's definitely within the community. He's built that relationship with them, man. Through that first pharmacy too.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like, oh, we trust him. So we'll go back.
Yeah.
And then like they like to see that it's still like in the family kind of thing. So they're like, oh, look, the son's the pharmacist there. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I remember when you were this tall.
Yeah. Yo, a lot of them would say that, man. It's crazy. It's like, I don't remember who you guys are, but hey, it's all good. It's all
Give me your
good.
business.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're now bridging that, you know, relationship to these
Yeah,
people now,
yeah,
too, as
definitely.
well.
I mean, I don't think it's the same for sure, because I mean, they'll always ask for him. Yeah. I mean, I try with a lot of it. I definitely do try.
Just get on there like, where's your dad?
It's cool. It's definitely cool to watch and see like the transition of, you know, that whole thing come to fruition, man.
Art was mentioning, he was like, "Hey, you should bring Drew on the show." We always talk about like pharmaceuticals and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
What's something that you want to share that people don't know or maybe might not be aware of?
So automatically, when people are like, "Oh, you own and run a pharmacy, you're definitely rich," the answer to that is No, definitely not. Because if I was rich, I'd have a different lifestyle. Trust me.
Yeah.
There'd be signs.
Yeah, I'm just
There'd be
saying.
signs.
Yeah, there would be though.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
honestly would be. The thing is I think what most people think is like, oh, you're always charging these prices. You're rich. Everybody else gets hammered. That's pretty much it. That sums it up. So no, it's definitely not. I don't get to make the prices. No pharmacy does. Essentially, you have insurance. We submit it to insurance, and it's whatever they decide to pay. Now, what I've seen post-COVID, actually not even post-COVID, sorry, this last year,
Oh.
a lot of medications are filled at a loss. So like I'll be filling the medication and we'll be losing money, losing profit. This is the first time that's happened starting at the beginning of this year.
2024, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In order to compensate for that is volume. So you have to be filling a lot of medications in order to compensate for the losses that you're filling for. So the biggest thing that we're filling at a loss is obviously the very popular Ozempic, Wegovy, all the weight loss stuff.
Yeah.
All of that stuff, for sure, hands down, sometimes we'll lose $80, $90 on a prescription, which is crazy. Yeah, you're losing a lot of money.
Yeah,
And that's like not even cost. You're losing money. So it's like you're exchanging money essentially to lose, which is crazy. Minus, the overhead, all of that. So you're
the
technically
things, yeah.
losing way more. That's been the biggest so far that I've seen this year.
Then to get an idea a little bit, since you mentioned that you have to sell at a volume to offset the loss,
Correct.
how much do you have to sell of like say Ozempic or something like that, or is it like a combination?
So no, it's like different drugs. So like
different.
So,
okay,
yeah. So I have
okay.
to fill different medications in
To-
order to
to-
compensate for those losses.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had to like sell
And
more
volume,
of
yeah,
it.
and
Okay,
more, and
okay,
more.
okay.
So it's not just so like I can fill, for example, like aspirin,
right.
and I'll make 45 cents,
Oh,
something like
wow.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's also dependent on insurance. So it's not just something that's clean cut. Some people's insurance will pay $8.
Oh, okay.
And aspirin will cost me like 35 cents.
And you're like,
So-
okay, I came up like $7. Yeah,
right,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it's there's a lot that goes into it, but it's not like how people think. Moral of the story. Yeah, it's definitely not. Drugs are super expensive for us,
Yeah.
and we don't make the prices.
You're just the middleman, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think the biggest misconception is that like, oh, you're big pharma, blah blah blah. So like you get to set everything, but no, you're just like us, man.
I wish I was big pharma, because big pharma is where it's at, man. That's where it's at.
Yeah, especially like I think a lot of the quote unquote like life saving drugs and stuff like that have just been hiked by like 500% or whatever. You know?
Yeah. Well, the reason is, I mean, a lot of people may or may not know. So like pharmaceutical companies, why are drugs so expensive?
Yeah.
Well, they overpay everybody to research about that drug.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like when you're like a scientist working there or something like that, or a lab worker or anything like that, you're getting paid 6 figures to do essentially not much. Right.
Yeah.
But then it's like 15 pieces to that whole puzzle, and they're all being overpaid. So obviously the cost of the drug is going to be so high where it's like, it doesn't
When
even
it
make
doesn't
sense.
need to be that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can cut that in literally half.
Yeah.
So
Or even more.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because I think that's like the biggest thing I've seen for a lot of people that have like life saving drugs that used to be on the cheap, and then now I guess like within recent years or so, it's just so much higher. I mean, like insulin is I think like one of the bigger ones.
which one?
Insulin.
Oh yeah. Insulin
Yeah.
just went down. So
Oh, okay,
yeah,
yeah,
it just
so-
went down in price because generics are allowed now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was brand only for the longest time. But
Right.
yeah, you can get the short acting, the intermediate, and the
Right.
long acting all in
I think
generic
that
form.
was after a bunch of like legislation, a bunch of people like complaining to things like, we need to bring this down. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because their patent or their licensing is for 15 years.
Oh, that's the other part I don't think
Yeah.
people know is that it's not just the medicine. There's licensing and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're allowed to have that brand out for at least 15 years, sometimes even 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that means no one can come out with a generic form.
Like
Monopoly.
not even like a sidestep.
No.
Generic. Oh.
No,
Oh.
you can come out with the same family, but it has to be a different name. So it has to be like, just like Ozempic, Wegovy.
Okay.
So they're in the same family,
Right.
but they're different drugs.
Yeah.
But they work the same. They're in the same family, but that's how you have to come out with another drug.
Like a whole different name. That's how
Yes.
we get all these names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most challenging thing about your job?
Probably just enjoying it,
Oh,
because I don't enjoy it.
okay.
I mean, I enjoy taking care of people. That's like my number one thing. I for sure will take care of every single person who comes into the pharmacy, has a question, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I just don't, there's no enjoyment out of it, man.
Okay.
That's the truth. Some people won't say it, but I will. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Hey,
nothing
that's
enjoyable
fair.
about
Yeah.
the same repetitive stuff over and over and over, and dealing with doctors and dealing with patients. It's
So what are the joys that you kind of force yourself to find then to enjoy it? Like, or is there none at all?
Well, helping others, he talked.
Yeah,
about.
helping others, I
okay.
think, is just very important to me. So
Okay.
like, I want to make
Okay.
sure that people get the care that they're looking for
Okay.
or what they want. I like more consultation type instances.
Yeah.
Right.
So when they have questions
Like-
about how do I take it,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
what's going to happen if I
yeah.
do this or do
Or
this,
can I take it with this?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's maybe the
I can
most
see that.
enjoyment that I can
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
Which is like, you know, there's just that humanness to it, right? And the
Yeah.
conversation. And it's not like,
Yeah.
you know,
Because
because I
I-
fill in bottles.
Yeah, because I think the profession alone is meant to be like non-interactive, so to speak. Because it's like, oh,
It's a slot machine.
yeah, that's it. No, seriously.
Yeah.
It's starting to become more and more like that, especially with like AI and, you know, all new stuff
Oh,
that's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
out. Yeah. They've already gotten rid of technician jobs, a lot of the spots.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, because I mean, they have robots that fill and do all that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Label.
That is
Oh,
Write
yeah,
out
they just like, oh,
prescriptions.
fill this bottle with this mini pill.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you then, if you could hop into a DeLorean, is what we say, and go
Yeah.
back in time, what profession would you chase after?
I get asked this all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, that's the other side that I would absolutely love doing, but I'd probably be a veterinarian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like one thing that I think for sure I would have done,
Nice.
knowing what I know now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why being a vet? You just like you love
I
animals.
love animals, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I've had plenty of different animals like growing up too, so it's just something that was like a soft spot, I guess you could
Yeah.
say. It's just something that I connected with more than people a lot of the time. So it's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, animals. So I do know a lot about animals. Just like free time, that's what I do. It's just like read, just like watch stuff. And
Nice.
Do you
docu-series.
own any pets? Or anything
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
Okay.
So I own an African gray parrot.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. Talks.
Opens
Does
your
talk.
beer too, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. He opens beers. Yeah.
Did you
does.
You should have brought him here.
Oh no, hell
They're
no.
loud.
No.
They're loud. They're
No,
loud.
no, man. Do you see these scars?
Yeah. it's-
Yeah, there's
Oh,
scars
wow.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That was he actually came from Jordan.
Oh.
So
Oh,
I
snap.
shipped him over here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah. I shipped him over
I thought you
here.
made friends with him while you were
Yeah.
at school.
No. So I saw him while I was out there, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's an actual parrot!" And it was
Yeah.
like super cheap. And then I found out it wasn't cheap
Yeah.
to like send him out,
Yeah,
send him
yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, you just can't send animals." And like,
Yeah.
that's a whole
There's a
nother
whole
story,
thing, yeah.
a whole nother can of worms.
Exotic animals. Yeah.
How much was like to purchase a parrot?
There?
Yeah.
It was like
In dollars.
I think it was like $200.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
No, it's cheap. You know what they are here? They're like $5,000.
$5 grand? I was gonna say
5
500.
No, they're like
No.
African grays. They're like $5,000.
Jeez.
Sometimes even more. If
Is
they're
it-
trained, maybe like
Yeah.
75.
Dude, this one can open your beer, $10,000.
Minimum. No, yeah, right.
Did you teach him that or?
Yeah, it's funny because I just put like first I started with a can of soda,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he would just kind of like pick at it, and then once I just showed him one time how it opens,
Yeah.
I gave him another one. He just bam right away. It was like
Smart.
instant.
Is he just like in your room?
No. He's like in the family room.
Oh, got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
In
No,
the cage or
cage or
he's
something.
yeah. Well, we let him out of the cage, so he's like he chills out of the cage for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as long as somebody's watching, because he likes to cruise around, likes to adventure on his own, chew up walls.
Wow.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah, he's like a 2-year-old, man.
Yeah.
It's literally like a 2-year-old. That's literally what they do, you know? So my nephew and him are like the same attitude. Same attitude.
They're all
Yeah.
eating cereal together.
Yeah. Probably fighting each other too.
Yeah.
They'll snap at him and they'll snap at him.
Do you teach him to like say stuff too as well? Or?
Yeah, I mean he is older. He's not
Okay.
really picking up on new stuff, but in the beginning, he would do things like you turn off the lights and he'll be like, "Good night."
That's creepy. That's creepy.
Yeah. Because we would say
He goes
we would-
right up to
we'd
your
say
ear.
that. Yeah, we would say. So we would say that to him every time we turn off the lights. We'd be like, "Good night," and he started picking up on that. So he would say
That's
stuff
so
like that.
funny.
That's
That's
fun.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Parrots are funny, man. They're an interesting animal. Very interesting.
Did they? Has your parrot learned stuff like the wrong way? Because like I remember reading this one story about another parrot where whenever it'd be like scared of something, like
Yeah.
they would try to reassure it. They'd say
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay," and then like whenever it picked up on that, but it picked up on the wrong way.
Yeah.
Where when it would get scared, it would start backing up, but it would say, "It's okay." It's okay.
That's fun.
No,
So, did your
I
parrot
mean-
pick up anything like the wrong way or anything like
I
that? It's
mean,
like, no?
No, so there he actually hasn't. I've actually tried, but he
Tried
just
to-
doesn't. Yeah, like
to say
curse
fuck?
words. Yeah,
Oh,
like curse
okay.
words,
Oh,
just like
okay.
anything, you know.
Okay.
And he has never said anything, so I haven't heard him say anything, which is kind of
Okay.
crazy. So it's like I try to do whatever, but now I'm just like whatever.
Yeah.
He's not into it. He's not going to say it. No. And the other weird thing is he only likes to talk when he's alone. So when nobody's in the room, he talks to himself.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Dude's a creep, man. I'm telling you.
How old is he?
We don't know, but our
because you got a sense.
right.
Of it. Yeah.
So when we took him to the vet, they basically said that he's definitely older. Around like at least over 20 years old for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. And they live for a long time. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably gonna outlive me, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, they can live in
Yeah.
captivity around 70 years.
Yeah.
Dang, that's wild.
That's why it's good to get one of those pets because they're lifelong. You have to
Yeah.
make sure that will literally be a lifelong pet.
But I mean, you see these scars, you gotta be okay with them.
Yeah, that was teaching him because he was a wild caught bird for sure. And
okay.
he was not too fond of humans, man.
Right.
He just wasn't. He never trusted people. You could tell the way they caught him was messed up. And that's probably why it's also probably bad that I bought him from Jordan because it just kind of reassures that the people like will still buy animals to sell them because people want them. And it's like, you know, I just felt so bad because I saw him crammed up in a cage and it was like with a guy who has like 80 different birds. He's smoking cigarettes in a heated room. And I was like, these birds have like a lifespan of like 3 months max.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, I gotta save this one.
And that's why, you know, my bird even till today has a breathing issue. He has aspergillosis.
Oh,
So
because of the smoke.
yeah, from the cigarette smoking that was from where he was. So yeah, there's a whole lot of things, man. But
That's crazy. What's his name?
morphine.
Morphine?
Morphine. Perfect.
Yeah.
Why'd you name him Morphine?
Really?
I know it's because you're
I'm just kidding.
No,
Yeah, I don't know.
But out of all the drugs, I'm saying.
I know.
you
I felt like that's a good question.
See?
So yeah, out of
'cause-
all the drugs,
Yeah, because you're a pharmacist, sure, but like, why that one specifically?
no reason. No reason
It
except
sounds
I mean,
pretty sick.
yeah, it sounds cool. I think it
Okay.
sounds cool
Yeah.
out of all
Okay.
the opiates, at least.
Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah,
Morphine does sound the coolest out of all morphine.
more or less.
Yeah.
So let's get back to some pharmaceutical talks.
Sure.
Is there anything else that you want to share with us that people may not know?
That people may not know.
Yeah.
So during 2020 and everything after COVID, so we'll say starting with COVID, a lot of people don't know that obviously the federal government was involved to try and get everybody vaccinated. That was the goal to
Right.
reduce hospitalizations and death and et cetera.
Yeah.
But there was like a caveat to all of that. So a lot of people don't know, why were they trying to do that? We still won't know, maybe. That's for whoever to think whatever. What they were doing essentially for us was supplying us with vaccines for free.
Sure.
They were supplying us with the equipment to store the vaccines for free. Mind you, these are like $10,000 freezers, fridges
Oh, wow.
for free, letting us store all that. And then if we vaccinated people, we would get paid
Wow.
a good amount of money.
Okay.
Okay, so for every person that was vaccinated, got X amount of dollars. I'm not going to say the dollar
Okay.
amount, but yes,
Yeah, sure.
got paid. So they were flooding that for some reason, which was very odd. So that's kind of pushing us to get people vaccinated. So I found that very weird
Yeah.
that they would do that. It's here, free, and you get paid for it.
Nothing's free.
You already know
Yeah.
nothing is
Yeah,
free.
nothing is free.
So
Yeah.
what's the
catch?
What's the catch? There's got to be.
we won't know.
Okay.
We won't know because it's like what did you really inject yourself with? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out.
Well then.
Yeah.
That's why I found it really weird. I mean, I am vaccinated. So I
Same,
did that.
yeah.
Yeah. So I did that, but a lot of people weren't. And I get why. It's just I found it very weird that a federal government would get their hands involved into something in the health standard. Why do you I don't know. It's just mind-blowing to me. It still is till this day. And a lot of the times you would see why they would do that in a different sense, but you just wouldn't understand the ultimate reason. Like I just
Right.
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's kind of crazy to think.
Just fuel.
Do you guys have any questions about that? Like I mean,
I was about to say, you
What-
just.
I mean, it's
I
funny,
think
Bill,
our-
because like you can't like it's funny that that we all feel that there has to be a catch, though, right? Like, there's no way that they would just do that out of the kindness of the federal government's heart.
If
To
they
make
did,
sure everybody
give me my
is
taxes back.
getting-
If they were that kind,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Give me my taxes back. You guys pay taxes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He's
sure.
like, no. I'm just kidding.
Let's do this Monday,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
right.
I did-
Exactly.
I
Oh
did
yeah,
mine
get your
already.
taxes
Yeah.
done.
Get her done.
Yeah, paid a lot in taxes. They're not that nice. Federal government ain't nice.
Yeah.
You know,
Your perspective just fueled a whole bunch of tin foil hat people out there.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
Because there was a lot of people already that I mean, I'm sure there's people.
And
that
there's
are
also
already-
like, here's another part of this. So
Yeah.
it's like if you take medications that are meant for treatment for a lot of things, right?
Okay.
We'll throw some
Example.
disease, specifically HIV.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
HIV positive. It's not really a cure, quote unquote. It's hard to say. We don't know.
It mitigates, right?
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
But the treatments, so I'll tell you my cost for one person for a specific kind of drug for a month's supply
Okay.
is around $7,000.
$7,000 month supply for
One person to get treated for HIV.
Okay.
That's for one person.
Ooh.
That they're paying.
Ooh.
Or
Right.
the insurance is paying.
The insurance is paying.
Got it. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Or essentially you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
that is
because
true.
your
Tax paying
Yeah.
dollars, right?
Tax and-
Yeah. That's one person, right?
Right.
How many people have HIV? We won't say a number, but we're going to say it's a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah. Okay,
right?
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
lot.
That's fair.
Is it a lot these days? Because like I know it's like rampant like during the 90s and stuff, but I feel like these.
Oh,
days,
it
you
didn't
know, like,
magically disappear.
I know it didn't. I know it didn't magically disappear,
yeah.
but I feel like it's dramatically less than it was back then, right?
Probably,
Yeah?
probably,
Yeah.
yes, because people are more aware, you know,
Right.
and a lot
Right.
smarter.
And there was all the fundraisers and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So going back,
Right.
a lot of people have it,
Sure.
and the companies will, supply you with the drugs for $7,000 a month. Your cost. Why? Put this in quotes.
Right.
Why would they come out with a cure?
True. Yeah.
It makes no sense that I can treat somebody for the rest of their life for $7,000 a month.
That's always the speculation.
I mean
yeah.
that's always the crutch of like the whole pharmaceutical industry as a whole, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
we can research ways to get rid of stuff for good, but then it's not profitable.
Well, here's what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So, say you come out with the cure.
Yeah.
You come out with the cure. You're like, hey, man, I've got the cure to HIV.
I found it. Yeah.
And Brian's not
I'm
gonna be on
big
the show
pharma.
anymore.
I'm big pharma, and I'm like, hey, Brian, how you doing? You're gonna press hard 3 copies and sign this, and I'm gonna give you $10 million. And if you don't, something else will happen
Oh.
because it's big pharma.
Yeah. They just bully you, right?
You got
100%. People
Brian-
disappear. There's
Yeah,
if
I
you
was
look
gonna say
into
that.
it, there's
No.
people that have disappeared.
Yeah.
If you say, "Hey, my price is I'm gonna give you 10 million, Brian," I'm gonna pay $1 million for someone to make you disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you'll take the 10 million because
Yeah.
it's not money you'll ever see. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
like, oh, dude, I've never seen $10 million in my
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll take it. You keep your mouth shut and you're
Yeah.
done. That's it.
That's always
And
crazy.
the cure is not there.
Well, I think about that too because even with healthcare, we have the ability to save someone's life, but if you don't have the funds, resources, you're
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's why it's another reason why I don't like the profession, you know?
Right.
So it's like it makes you think about what you're doing and it's not sometimes it's
Right.
not good and it's not pretty. You just kind
You're
of
not that type of person.
Yeah. I don't know.
You
like
actually have morals.
thank God.
Yeah.
So,
right.
yeah.
You're one of the good ones.
Yeah. So it's
You're still complicit, but still.
you gotta be, man. It's
Yeah.
so you just that's it. That's pretty much it. I would say that people
Yeah.
probably don't know or never thought about. I would say.
Let's dive into this next topic.
Sure.
I hear you're a big fan of scuba diving.
Yeah.
You see what I did there?
A little bit lighter. Yeah.
Nice.
We'll dive into shallower
Yeah.
waters with this. We won't get a little deep.
Yeah.
We got a
No.
little
Yeah.
deep there, yeah.
So let's
So
talk about it.
yeah. If I travel to a country, I try to scuba dive every time I go
Nice.
somewhere. So obviously Mexico.
Okay.
Was that your
Been dive-
first place, or when
Yeah.
did you? At what age?
Yeah. I
was this like recently when you can
no
travel? or
no. This was a while ago, man.
After high school.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely started scuba diving around then.
What sparked the interest? Did you have
Animals,
to-
man.
Okay.
And like
Okay. The
fish
animals, okay.
specifically and ocean stuff.
Right.
So like when I was in college, this is going off topic again.
Oh, that's fine.
Starting at San Diego State, I was like, dude, marine bio seems so much fun, and that was like where all my interest was.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then I was
another-
like, wait, there's no real future in that. So like, we'll cancel that. I was like, no, we can't do that, man. Even though it's a lot of fun, I felt like I made it more into a hobby than anything else. So
Oh, that's different.
yeah, learn to scuba dive. The hardest part is breathing through your mouth. In the water. That makes it the most uncomfortable for sure. Because it's
Yeah.
like,
Mouth breathers.
how do you breathe like this
Yeah.
and be comfortable? It's the
Yeah.
hardest part. But once you get used to it, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just kind of enjoy complete silence, but not silence, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. I don't know. It's very calming.
And you're talking about like the deep sea with the tank and everything, or
Yeah. Just
Okay.
actual scuba diving with not deep sea. I
Yeah.
mean, you might have a different definition of deep sea than I
Yeah.
will.
Okay.
Anything that's like, you can go like 30 feet and that's still scuba diving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just anything with oxygen. So like if you have
Yeah.
oxygen, and a mask, then it's
you
scuba
know,
diving.
anything with a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, right?
Yeah.
He knows. He knows the acronym.
Yeah.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary right here.
Scooby.
We gave him homework before this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, scuba is one of those acronyms like laser is.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, what?
LASIK.
Laser.
Oh,
I see what you did there. So, what places have you scuba dived at? Talk about
Cabo.
Mexico. Cabo.
Okay.
Nice.
nice.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Puerto Vallarta.
The Red Sea.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
yeah,
see,
the Red
nice.
Sea.
Yeah.
So how
And
red is
that,
it?
that
Yeah.
was
Not red at all.
No?
No,
that was
checking.
while you were in school, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, yeah. So while I was on break in school,
Okay.
yeah, I'd go and scuba dive there. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the one to scuba dive.
That was-
Swimming
Yeah.
with sharks, huh?
With,
Yeah.
with the current and everything?
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, it was, so I was along the Gold Coast.
Okay.
So the Gold Coast was at the very tip of Australia, at the very
Yeah.
height of it.
just a
That's
tip.
the tip.
Yes. I knew it was coming.
We're on-
I knew it was
we're
coming
on-
right after I said. Right after I said, I was like, I know it's coming.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Oh, like bing.
No. Oh no.
This tequila's affecting everybody.
Oh man. Yeah, this was a bad idea. I was just kidding. But yeah, so I went there.
Yeah,
and
it's the tip of our show.
it's one of the only places in the world where the water temperature virtually goes unchanged.
Oh.
And
So
what
it's
temperature
super.
was-
It's around 78 degrees, but
Oh,
it's
wow.
yeah,
pretty
every
warm.
single day of the year. Does not matter when,
Wow.
winter, summer, anything like that. So yeah, that's why it's the biggest reef out of anywhere in the
'cause
world.
It's so stable.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except in recent years, it's heated up. I mean, I'm sure you guys have read
Yeah.
and known.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of corals are dying. So there's.
Yeah.
They're trying to preserve it.
So
They're
when I first went diving in the Red Sea, when I first got there, so I got there, I had a little bit of time before school started. So I was like, I'm going to the Red Sea. I want to dive there first because I won't have time to do this later.
right.
I dove. All the corals were there. Fish were there. It was amazing. Right before I left, I said, I'm going to dive one more time. I want to see the spot and then go back.
3 years later, right?
Yeah, yeah.
3 years later. Yeah.
I went back. Half the stuff was dead.
Oh,
It was actually crazy to see. A lot of bleached corals,
Yeah.
less animals. It was just,
Oh,
it was
geez.
insane. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And that's within the 3 years I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of it has definitely changed. I haven't been back to Australia. This was back in 2013 when I went.
Well, that's over
okay.
10 years
Yeah.
ago, man.
Yeah.
It's got to be really changed by now.
How long were you in Australia for?
10 days.
10 days.
Yeah, I have family that's there.
Oh, you have family
Yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah. I have
Nice.
family there.
Okay.
So it was
I wanna
funny.
go there, yeah.
Here's the funny thing. Landed in Australia, right? Mind you, this is family I've never met. I just know because it's like my mom's sisters, all my aunts,
Yeah.
all my aunts and uncles. I land there. I was there for maybe, I don't know, a day. And I was like, hey, Mom, I'm leaving. I'm going diving in the Great Barrier Reef.
Right.
It's like, what are you talking about? This is family. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And I literally left for 3 days out of that 10-day trip. So I left for 3
Nice.
days and went there to,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go diving there. It was cool.
I mean, you're there. Like, when are you going to be there?
Exactly.
next?
And see,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why the last time I went was
Yeah.
2013. So it's like I haven't
Yeah.
been back
Yeah,
since.
see,
And
it's a
I,
good
I
thing-
knew it was going to happen.
It's
I
a
knew it was
good
gonna
thing. It's a good thing you did. Then.
For
Yeah,
sure.
you did.
For sure.
Yeah.
man.
Dang, so that was the last time you were there. So, I mean, as a pharmacist,
Yeah.
what does your vacations look like? Like, how often do you take time for yourself? We always talk about self-care,
Yeah.
making sure that you have your energy. At the end of
That's
the day.
a good point. I think now I'm starting to kind of include that.
Okay.
I think it's super important, just like you said, the self-care thing. Before it was just work, and
Right.
that was it. And
Yeah.
that was it.
Mhm.
And like, especially coming from like the transition from like school, I never really got a break because I was studying
Yeah.
for like the boards here too.
Right.
So it's like I was never sitting still ever.
Yeah.
And any chance that I got to hang out with like friends or family or anything like that, I took it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, I mean, yeah, I think it's super
Coachella,
important.
baby.
Yay.
Yay.
Shout out to Coachella, man. It's
Yeah,
today.
yeah,
Today's the last day.
Last day we can win.
Chill.
Last day we can win.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Now that you brought it up,
Yes,
Art,
sir.
You remember the time where we all went to
Of
Coachella?
course.
together?
Oh, you
Man,
guys all
come
went
on.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So-
Wait, did you share the tent with them? Or?
Yo,
You could've fit,
no,
bro.
but, hey,
You
no,
could've
no.
fit.
But I did see their feet hanging outside.
You saw him knocking
I was
boots?
in the tent across from them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was in the tent.
Oh,
across.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
okay.
describe your experience from your eyes. Everyone's heard from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those two. We know what
Oh,
those two.
So
okay.
we were across from you. What,
Dude, it was so funny. I was like, I swear to God, when you guys were opening the tent up and putting it together, I was like, Jason, there's no way this is gonna work. It's not even possible. Like I can't even fit in there, And they're like, no, we'll make it work. We'll make it work, man. Well,
they
we
made
got
it
to
work.
now. I guess you got it. It was cool though. It was
What
cool.
was your tent for perspective?
Who were you?
Who did I
sharing-
room with? I really don't
You were
remember.
with
Did you
Alex?
drive up?
Was I?
I think so. Yeah,
I don't
Alex.
remember, dude. Yeah, I drove. We camped. We
Yeah.
camped all together.
Yeah.
Was that
but
when you got
No,
that?
but
when you
did
got
you
van? Or
no, no,
Just kidding.
no, that was the bus van.
Whoa. Why was it the bus van?
Well, because there was no windows.
Oh,
It was like one of those Econoline
okay.
vans.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. It's a good thing it's that reason, not the other reason. So
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
So,
Not.
can you share your experience of just that year when we went to Coachella together? What did that look like for you? Like, what
So-
was around?
because we heard theirs first, but
Yeah, I wanna
Yeah,
hear from
that
you.
was so that I think that was my first. Was it my first?
I think that was
wow.
the first,
Yeah, I think it was my first Coachella or second.
maybe second.
Maybe second.
I think you said
early,
Second.
early.
It was
early.
second.
It's
Yeah,
early.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because we had a lot of your work friends that were there
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah,
so like
it was-
coworkers that were there.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. So it was the
yeah.
second one.
Okay.
The first one was an amazing experience. I was like, oh my god, that is
Yeah.
so awesome. The people, the energy, everything was flawless to me
Yeah.
because I had
Okay.
never been to like a rave like that.
Yeah.
or a festival, I should say.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm ready to do it again.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yeah.
second time.
Right.
And the second time was just as fun. Honestly, we had the same group of people, a little bit of difference,
Yeah,
but
even bigger. though,
honestly,
you know,
yeah, it was way
fat
bigger.
group.
So many people, and it was so much fun.
Wow.
The vibes are all Coachella, man. It's
Yeah.
all the vibes and more.
Do you remember how long that strip we shared? Like just that middle part. Oh,
Yeah.
everyone's car.
Dude.
That was the most.
What did it feel
coordinated
like for you?
ever.
Yeah, it just felt like I was at home. I don't know. It's
okay.
like, hey,
Yeah.
the cookout.
How many people were there with you?
So we had. I remember what I remember was at least 3 or 4 spots across, and then also back to back. So it was like,
Oh,
yeah.
it's
So it was
like
like everybody was like a big rectangle square, and you could just
Oh.
adventure out like it was a giant,
Okay,
you know.
little commune, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
basically.
for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had a
cool.
bunch of like tables going, like everyone was cooking.
Yeah,
like it was
yeah.
a whole.
There was something happening at every single
Yeah.
spot, bro. It's like somebody's playing games, someone's drinking, someone's doing beer bong, someone's
Yeah.
doing like it was just all over the
I
place.
think that's
but
when
it
I
was cool.
brought that freaking huge, like
What?
that big beer bong that I.
Oh yeah.
that nobody wanted.
You got a picture of this, right? You got a
Yeah,
picture
yeah,
of this?
yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah, I think I have
Okay,
one on
okay.
my Instagram. But
Yeah. Don't worry, Jason
Yeah,
will
a
put that
little
up there.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. Look at that.
I think Alex may have that video though, where it's like
Which one?
You guys took turns on
when
it?
when we use it because it like just
Oh, yeah, that
shoots
thing-
beer
yeah, it was-
down.
yeah.
Was it like a gravity bong? Or?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's like it has like one of the
I had
What's it
yeah,
called?
it was
A
like
valve?
it was
It
a
was a
valve.
valve? Okay.
The valve, yeah.
and then it was attached to like a 4-foot long tube.
and we
Oh,
put
like a
2-3
funnel.
beers in it
Yeah, you
at
put, like,
once.
2-3
Oh,
beers
you
in
drink
it.
it all at once.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude, it's
I
like
can't-
like a
Thinking
beer
about
adult.
what we were doing there. Thinking about it now, like if we were there today, oh man, that would be tough to do for 3
Oh,
days.
Yeah. My back would be hurting.
My back,
Swole
my
down, dude.
liver, my
Yeah.
lungs, like everything all in one. Like oh man, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I
Well,
could do it.
it was fun because all your homies were there, and then everyone brought their homies. 'Cause
Right.
I think your brother-in-law, your sister.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who else?
Yeah, okay, so I was asking my sister the other day. I was like,
Oh, really?
Do you remember
Coachella?
Jason?
Okay.
Yeah, and
she
then
doesn't remember me. There's a
she
bunch of-
doesn't. Yeah, but she doesn't. But then I was like, wait, look, it's the guy that had tattoos everywhere. Come on, he was like most noticeable person.
Yeah.
Coolest guy.
Smoker
She's like,
fire.
Smoker
She's
fire.
Smoker fire. Oh my god. Oh my god, I
That was a
forgot
fun
about
game.
that.
That was a
Dude,
fun game.
Jason put us on that.
Yeah.
Shout out Jason for that.
That was like
game,
the
bro.
fastest. Like, well, because especially when you're in a group.
That's the
and-
icebreaker.
That's the
ultimate
icebreaker.
icebreaker. Ultimate icebreaker.
Especially when you have different pockets,
Yeah.
and it's just like, all right, let's go. Because we're also, all right, I want you to drink.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't even know
No,
you.
That's how you
Oh
make
my
friends.
god!
That's how
Yeah,
you
I
make
bet you
friends.
anything you mentioning that right now is going to make her remember. I promise
Oh,
you.
man.
And my brother-in-law's name is Jason too, so it's like it's kind of hard to forget. You remember, yeah?
Nah, that dude he was tall, and
Yeah.
muscular, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, no, he's
He has
good.
kids,
He's
not
good. He's
anymore.
good. No, he's lost a lot of weight, man. So
Oh,
he's
good
like,
for
yeah,
him,
he's,
good for
he's-
him.
he's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
definitely different, but yeah, it's
That was good times. And
smoker fire.
I think
bro.
that's when
Yeah.
I called you, or I don't know if it's I or we called you Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew.
Yeah.
Because-
Uncle Drew.
Because
Wow.
we also had a Drew Vo. Shout out to Drew.
Yeah, I know
from
that.
the
Yeah,
Fraternity.
I remember Drew.
And there was 2 Drews at the time, and so
Yeah.
we're like, all right, you're Drew, you're Uncle Drew.
Yeah, because I was older. That's why.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
I'm
makes
pretty
sense.
sure.
Yeah.
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 And I am an uncle, so it works out.
Hey.
Uncle of 2, man.
Yeah,
Uncle
there
of
you
2.
go. There you go.
Okay. Back to scuba diving. So we always like
I know it's
swim
okay.
off,
It's
right?
yeah, we do.
So being in Australia, was that exactly what Finding Nemo depicted of the?
It's super funny that you say that. So
Uh-huh.
like the whole time I was like, man, I wonder if it's really true, right? Because Finding Nemo is one of my favorite cartoons ever. Ever. Literally, the animation was superb. Although not all the animals that are in that movie you'll see.
Okay.
You know, and on one dive, obviously. You won't see that.
Yeah.
But I do have a picture of this giant anemone.
Okay.
When I say giant, I mean like maybe the size of this table.
Oh.
Anemone?
Hold up.
Yeah.
Pop quiz. How do you spell it?
Anemone.
It's correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, down. You almost got me.
Yeah.
You almost got
After about two cups of this,
No, the reefing community would have looked at me different if I spelled that wrong,
We're
bro.
gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah.
What type of animals did you see there?
I saw everything that you can imagine. So sharks,
No,
stingrays.
in person.
Yeah. I took everything. I saw the actual most dangerous stingray on the planet, the blue spot stingray, most venomous.
okay.
Yeah.
Is that what Steve Irwin?
No, not that one.
different one.
Yeah, different one. He had a regular. It was just a regular.
Yeah,
I think it was a Cortez.
Yeah.
Cortez stingray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His Cortez's.
And Cortez has killed him, bro. That's why nobody wears them. No, I'm kidding. Yo, don't shit on. Don't.
Nike says, "All right, these guys are done."
We're not getting sponsored by them.
Yeah.
So you saw a turtle up front too?
No, turtle's the only thing I didn't see, man.
Oh, I was gonna ask.
I was actually mad about that. I really wanted to, but I guess the timing was just not right. So
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you because the first time I saw a turtle was in Hawaii, right? On the
Why you see them a lot
on the
better.
west side in the lagoon, right?
Yeah.
And I felt something graze me. I was like, wait, there's no one around me, right?
That's scary.
And then I turned around and the head was like here. I was like, oh, I felt like it was at the time. Like the first instinct, like, is that an alien?
No, it's like
This is
Jurassic
close,
Park
yeah.
theme playing in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. It's a
Yeah, there you go. We
dinosaur.
say it like you too. That's funny. But yeah, turtle was the only thing I missed. I did see corals, which was the number one thing I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Corals and the different fish that are in between. I also didn't get to see an eel. I wish I saw an eel, like a moray, like a giant moray.
They're usually pretty shy. Yeah.
Yeah, and dangerous too.
Yeah.
You don't want to see
Yeah.
one. You trust me, you don't want to see one.
Yeah.
Lots of jets. And
So is that what got you into
Little Mermaid, I
like
see it.
building your own aquarium?
Yeah, I was just into aquariums. I was fathomed by like sea life in general when I was a kid. So, one of my cousins who had an aquarium, and I was a kid at the time, in their house, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing ever! It's a
Yeah.
box of water, and there's things. Dude. It looks so surreal." And I was just like, "I want one."
Yeah.
So it kind of started off with that, and having a freshwater tank, all of that, and then
I know this guy put me on that too. You and Alex back in the day.
yeah,
We all had aquariums.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I got everyone into it just because I don't know. I just found it interesting. I found it interesting that something can be alive in this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's cool.
How big was your aquarium? Because I knew
The first one,
I don't know. Like, what was the biggest? You've
the
had?
biggest I had was 120 gallons.
Holy
And what is-
crap.
Yeah.
So what does that
That
look
is-
like?
That's huge.
It's not that big. Honestly, you think it's big, but it's not that big. So if you look
It's
at
bigger than
something,
what I'm used to.
so yeah, if
Like
you
a
look at
20
the
gallon.
size, if you look at the size of this table, right,
Yeah.
and it's like we'll say like a I don't know, couple feet high.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're looking at 100 gallons.
Yeah.
So it's
But, man, that's huge.
yeah, it's a decent size.
Those are like 4 foot
Yeah.
by 2 feet. By
Oh yeah,
2
then
feet
yeah,
up.
that's definitely over 100 gallons then for sure. Around that size, I had corals, I had fish, I had everything that you can imagine. Lots of money's worth of corals.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, what was the most expensive fish and coral?
So the most expensive fish I had.
Was it the illegal one? No.
No. Oh, you know about that?
Oh, wait.
Wait, do you know?
Cut it
about
out, cut it
that?
out, cut it out.
Oh shoot! I actually didn't know that you knew about that. Have I told
Oh, wait,
you?
no, you're not joking.
No, he's not.
Oh, I thought he was joking.
Oh, you're not even gonna want to listen to that story. You're gonna want to hear this one for
Okay.
sure, for sure,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, well, then go for it.
Oh man! All right. Long story short, I had love for the aquarium hobby, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
One time, I was able to acquire something that is illegal here in California.
Mermaid.
Mermaid or reverse
Reverse
mermaid?
mermaid.
Reverse mermaid?
Oh my god, bro!
In chains, bro.
Oh my god! No way.
What?
Okay, so wait, what was it? What was it?
Mom's gonna watch this pod, bro.
Oh, your
I was
wait,
kidding.
right.
Yeah, I told her she's gonna watch it. She's gonna watch it. It's cool.
Your mom?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
gonna be so funny.
Hell yeah! I was able to get my hands on a piranha.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
dude.
in your aquarium though, or no?
No. This was like so
Separate.
Yeah,
Should,
this
should
is
we
separate.
bleep that out or?
What? No, it's fine.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
okay,
No, it's
okay,
fine because
okay.
there's a story after.
Okay,
this.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
So
I just wasn't sure if you wanted to reveal that.
No,
to
no,
your
it's
mom
fine.
right
No,
there.
I know. It's okay.
All right. Okay.
There's worse.
He's already
Trust
done
me.
his time.
He knows. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'll
So
cheers to that.
yeah, hell yeah. So I was able to acquire a Piranha,
Okay.
and I was at my cousin's barbershop at the time, and this guy that's getting his haircut is like to me, oh no, sorry, my cousin was telling him, oh, Andrew over here is really into aquariums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's funny because I have 2 piranhas. One of them is already sold to a Charger player. This is a Charger
What?
player.
Oh. You know who?
Oh.
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. But I was like, bro, that's a flex bullshit. You know, like I'm calling it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm down the street. You can come see him if you want. And I was
From
like,
the
okay.
street?
Yeah,
From
he was
the
down the street from the barbershop.
That's so crazy.
And I was like, say less, fam. Let me get let me get cut up, and I'll be right there.
yeah.
So went over there. Surely enough, dude had 2 40-gallon tanks, 1 in each tank. And it was not a regular red belly piranha. Here's the
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
There's different
Type.
species.
Yeah,
Yeah.
species.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a black diamond rhombius.
Jeez, that's
Piranha.
expensive.
Yeah.
So
already.
the
Is that the kind that's on like Piranha 3D?
I don't know what's
No.
on. Yeah, no.
Or
But-
Double D?
The one you're most familiar is the red belly one. That's
Yeah.
the one that's one you usually see
so
that like
to
eats
put
like a
into
cow.
perspective, even
the magic
SeaWorld doesn't have this piranha.
Oh,
I didn't even know. SeaWorld does have.
They have piranhas.
Yeah.
They don't even have this piranha
Okay.
for sure.
Dang.
specific one. Yeah.
Jeez.
I was at his house and I was like, that's it. I'm fucking buying it. That's it. I can't. I had to buy it. I had to buy
You
it.
can't not buy it.
Yeah, I know. It's like me being me. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. I told my cousin, I was like, hey, for the time being, just leave it in your shop right now.
Yeah.
Leave it in your shop. And he's like, all right, yeah, that's fine. And then everyone started talking. But that used to be like the thing. Like everyone would go to the barbershop and they'd see the piranha there. And they're like,
What?
feed it. Feed it. Feed it. We want to see it eat. And then I just tell him, like, don't let anyone feed it. Don't cloud the water. Like, this is an expensive fish.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Did you keep
So-
it over there because you were prepping like the tank and all that, or?
Well, also because I was, with the parents, I didn't want to bring over a piranha. And they're like, what the hell is this thing, dude?
Yeah.
And why is it by itself? And why does it look like it's always hungry?
And why is my pinky gone?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, they're not as bad as you think. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you put your hand in the tank, they'll actually be scared.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They'll be scared. Trust
Yeah,
me.
dude. Piranha.
They're very shy.
triple.
They only get stronger when they're like in a group.
Ah.
Yeah.
But this specific species
Yeah.
they're solitary hunters. So they
Oh,
never
they don't go in a group,
they're
yeah.
never in a group.
Dang.
Red bellies are in
The
a
red
group.
belly is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some chicken wings in there.
No, but it gets worse, right? So
Okay.
I didn't get to finish, but I'll
Okay,
I'll wrap it up.
yeah,
I'll wrap it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Let him finish.
So then
Let him cook.
Let him- so upon owning it, I was like, all right, this is drawing too much attention.
Yeah.
I think I need to get rid of this thing.
Yeah.
Ah.
So this was back in the day, mind you,
Oh,
where there
no.
was an offer up,
Uh-huh.
right?
Oh yeah.
There was Craigslist.
Craigslist. Wow.
So I posted on Craigslist. I was like,
Oh.
let me just see if anyone like bites, whatever. So I posted the fish for $3,000 at the time.
Sure.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's a
Wait,
rare
how much
piranha.
how much you buy for it?
$600.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if you can get the fish, right?
Yeah.
It's worth definitely more than that for sure.
Yeah, and upkeep and all.
So I posted it for that much, and then some guy hit me up and he's like, will you take like $1,500? And I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
I said, hell no. And then I got a couple calls for like around, the 2,000 mark, whatever. And I was like, no, I'm good.
No.
I was like, the lowest I'll go is like 2,800. I was like,
Firm.
Oh,
yeah, I was
firm.
definitely firm on
You're like,
that.
I
was
can
like,
wait. I can wait.
This is rare. So
Yeah.
some guy's like, yeah, dude, I want to buy it. And I was like, okay, cool. Where do you want to meet? Blah, blah, blah. He set all that up. He comes to check out the fish and ends up being undercover department fishing game.
No way.
Oh, that's wild, dude.
Look at Art's smirk because he knows, bro. He knows. Yeah.
That's wild.
So it was undercover Department of Fishing game.
Yeah, I called him.
Yeah. He almost believed it. God dang.
almost had me because I'm like 2 glasses deep, dude. That's all.
Oh my
I'm very gullible now.
No, yeah.
Art's like, you should have took my offer.
Oh, that was you this whole time? I got in trouble.
Okay.
I got essentially I got arrested for a little bit.
What?
They put me in cuffs.
Oh.
They put me in cuffs, yeah, and then they were
Did you
like,
sound like your
because
your mugshots?
it wasn't just for attaining and owning. It was intent to sell.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, think about it in the drug game,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like you have it, and then you're also trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good, and it's something
Yeah.
obviously illegal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they were like, okay, we're gonna give you a misdemeanor for it. Blah blah
Oh, wow,
blah.
that's nice.
Wow, they give you a slap on the wrist, huh?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's not a slap on the wrist. A
Wow.
misdemeanor is like a DUI.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, and if you have a misdemeanor,
Misdemeanor sounds like very benign to me. That's why.
yeah, okay, well that's not good because
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I had a misdemeanor on my record that lasted when I was applying for my license,
Oh,
I wouldn't get licensed.
Right. That's right.
So go ahead.
No,
Did you have
I was
something?
gonna say if I was selling the fish, it would be a bigger.
Oh,
bigger
for
cost.
sure. Yeah, no, it should have been. It honestly should have
Like
been
a felony or something.
Yeah.
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 Like
Yeah,
I see you.
I think it should have been honestly because
those
I know
green
what
eyes,
they
bro.
do.
Those green eyes, they got lost in your eyes.
Lost in the sauce, man. Lost in the sauce. But
That's wild.
I go to court. Basically, I get called up by the judge, and this is the funniest part.
And she complimented your eyes.
No. It was a guy. It was a guy.
Okay.
So he complimented your eyes.
No, but it was funny because before that, I was listening to everybody's like, walking up kind of
Oh.
routine or whatever. There was a guy who was turning himself in for like vehicular manslaughter. There was another dude that was like in for a stabbing. And I was
Wait,
like,
wait, you're just there?
well, I mean,
What?
they're in part of the group because it's either misdemeanor
Oh,
felonies
yeah,
only.
You
Yeah.
just line up and you wait for your name to be
Yeah, so
called.
I'm like-
I mean, I've never
sitting-
been on that side, so I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, exactly. Me neither, bro. That's why I was like, this is not me. What am I doing here?
Wait, so they corral you up, and every
Yeah.
person goes up by themselves.
Yeah, well, they get called up based on ticket or whatever. So like they'll pull up the
Yeah.
ticket and they'll call you up.
And then they're like, oh.
So they
I
call
did
me up.
this.
They're like, Andrew Shorez. And then he looked and he was like, wait, unlawful and distribution, possession. Wait. Am I reading this right? He said, Piranha? He goes,
Yeah.
Piranha? And I was like, yeah. I was like, honestly, Judge, it's a long story. He's like, okay, I don't even want to know the story. I'm going to give you unlawful possession. That's it. But also, you're prohibited from owning any aquatic life for 10 years.
Oh.
And that was it.
Damn.
But I still owned
That's-
aquatic life. I'm still a savage.
Like, how do they enforce that, right?
They come and check up on you.
Oh, like they actually come to your house?
Yeah, without a warrant. So they can just literally walk into your house and if they see something. So I already had this plan. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's my friend's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my mom's. Oh, it's my dad's. How you going to prove it?
Oh, and they don't even look further than that?
No, I'm saying, but like, how would
Like,
they
but
prove
if he
it?
had a
Oh.
goldfish
That's why-
tank in his room, that's a different story.
Still,
Can you
it's-
imagine?
I had a little beta that was just chilling, bro. That was my night buddy.
Wait, no, but like, has any like come to check on you? Like,
No, that never happened. But he said that, so I was just like, okay, pay the fine. Fine was like $1,500. Yeah, it was nasty. I still have the ticket till this day. I
have it
have
framed?
it framed. Yeah, I do. I do.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
But did you get the 3,000 for the piranha though? No, I'm just saying.
Hey, shots fired. Shots fired.
oh yeah. Did you ever end up selling that piranha, or do you still have it to
took
this
it,
day?
right?
No, so they took it.
Oh, they
of
confiscated
course
it.
they confiscated. So
Oh,
they were
I
like,
didn't know that's what happened.
you know what's funny
They
is
said it
that
free.
They
They-
flushed it down the toilet.
no, here's the funny thing is they wanted me to bag it up for them in a cooler.
Yeah.
They were like, we're not touching this thing. And I was
What?
like,
Okay.
okay, Department of Fish and Game at the time.
Okay.
So I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, if I flush this thing down the toilet, they got no proof of nothing. I'm
Yeah.
good. But I was like, in my heart, I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
man.
you can't do that to
I
an
can't.
innocent
I
animal.
love animals too much, bro.
Yeah.
I bit the bullet. I bit the bullet.
Could it
I
fit in
saved
the toilet?
spiders, bro.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't crush spiders. The only thing that I do like get rid of, the only thing that I find on this earth that has no use except for disease are mosquitoes.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Kill all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
All right, next section. Random fun. We play games on the show such as this or that. Would you rather? Name your price. One must go. Pick your poison. Most likely to. This episode, we're playing Let's Travel.
And how do we play that?
Yeah, now let's
know.
play. I have a series of traveling questions. I know Drew loves to travel.
Okay.
So I thought this would be appropriate.
Sure.
So first question. How many languages do you speak? And so we'll go around. Drew will answer first, and then we'll take turns. How many languages do you speak?
Like fluently, or
Which new language would you learn?
Okay. So I
can
do
be-
speak
It doesn't
two
have to be
languages.
fluently.
Okay.
Oh, it
I-
doesn't have to be fluently.
Yeah.
not fluently?
Yeah.
So I can speak 3 then.
Okay.
Yeah, I can speak 3. Arabic, maybe like a toddler.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But like not very mixed vocabulary, but a decent amount, but I understand a lot. Aramaic is the other one.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that one's more fluent than the.
100%
Okay,
fluent.
okay,
Yeah. Like
okay.
I'm from the village.
Oh.
Kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I speak
Where are
that
your
fluently.
parents from?
From Iraq.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Chaldeans. I don't
Chaldeans.
know. I'm sure you're
Oh, yeah.
familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chaldeans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
I'm like, yeah,
Northern-
I know.
Of course. Yeah. Northern part of Iraq. It's a small little spot that they had, and they're the minority Catholics that live there, essentially. But that's it. That's to sum it up in as best as possible. That's basically what Chaldean is.
Okay.
3 languages, and one I would like to speak. Definitely Tagalog, man.
Let's go.
That's
bro.
surprising.
Because you know what? I mean,
Let's go.
I hear it so much, and obviously
Really?
I grew up.
Who?
I grew up with Filipinos. I grew up with Filipinos. Yeah, man.
Your whole group.
Yeah, man. You know.
I
so-
mean, right now.
no, yeah, but still, I grew up with them, and it's like the culture is almost identical, man. It's crazy, like the family knit, like close knit stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's so similar. So I think that's
Identical to what?
to Chaldeans.
Oh, to Chaldeans.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it always felt like it wasn't just friends; it felt like fam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We just don't own liquor stores.
Yeah, that's
We own
Big
Sari
difference.
stores.
Yeah, sorry.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd say Tagalog, man. Would be the
Okay.
one to learn.
Okay.
I got you, bro. Just let me know.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
favorite Filipino food? Or let me go top 3. I feel like you know the culture.
Yeah.
Let's go top 3.
So number 3
Ooh,
we're starting low.
countdown. Okay,
Number
build
3.
up.
Number 3.
is definitely garlic fried rice of any kind or garlic noodles.
Okay.
Right? I feel like-
Okay. Yeah.
Like pancit?
Pancit is okay.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
like the garlic fried rice with Spam more.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, someone took you to a breakfast or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Number
Next,
2.
obviously, I mean, come on, man. Certified Lumpia boys. for a reason.
Yeah. there we
Number
go.
2.
Okay.
Number 2.
Number two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number
That's good,
one,
number 2.
number 1, hands down. No, don't even at me, man. If you don't,
Okay.
if you're not about it, don't be about it. It's seasick.
Hey.
that
Wow.
was
You know
seasick.
what's up.
I knew
Okay.
it.
Damn.
Where do you go for seasick then when you have the craving?
Yeah, where do you go?
So there's R&B Filipino cuisine.
Hey,
That's my
hey,
spot.
we gotta
bro.
get sponsored.
Hey, so
Hey.
R&B sponsor the pod.
Yeah, for real.
We support you.
For real.
Let's
We're not
tag
that
him
far
on
from
that.
there.
Look at this light skinned dude loving
Yeah.
you. Come on. You know?
Wait, you're not Filipino?
I basically am.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You just look at him and be like, sampaling kita dyan.
Hey, that's gonna
Hey.
What you been teaching him, Art?
I know, right?
Oh
You didn't
my
teach me
God, that's
nothing.
so funny.
All right, I speak for. I was just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, who wants to go next?
Yeah, who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Go for it.
I mean, English for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and then like Bisayan, which is a dialect of it, a little bit. Like I understand more than I can speak and all that. Something I would, and that's pretty much. I mean, unless you fucking count my high school Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like very vestigial at this point. Like I kind of remember, and I can kind of, when it comes up, I can kind of translate a little bit, but not as much as anymore as I used to.
Yeah.
And then one I would like to learn. I don't know. I haven't really not really much of a polyglot, to learn different languages and stuff like that. It's just wherever I would like to travel to, that's what I would like to learn the most. Because obviously, you want to speak the languages wherever you go to, But
Okay, so no answer.
no answer, no answer, because it changes wherever I want to visit, because that's what I want to learn the most.
That was the longest no answer.
Now I got it.
That's how I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. Yeah,
How about you, Art?
Yeah. So I speak English.
yeah,
Understand English.
yeah.
Nah.
I speak and understand Tagalog.
Okay.
Spanish.
No mames.
See, wait. Yeah. I'm learning, trying to get better at that. But I think
One you would like
one
to
that I
learn.
would like to learn. I did take a semester of Japanese.
Right.
Oh,
in
that's
college,
hard.
and that
That's
shit was
hella hard.
Like
Yeah.
learning a whole new
To read and
alphabet,
write it.
right? It was
Oh, bro.
crazy.
Might as well, draw hieroglyphics too, man. Just
I
add that
know.
on your list.
Yeah. So I mean, I would maybe potentially continue that, or
That's cool.
Maybe French. It's a little different. I don't know.
French?
You know what I'm saying?
C'est la vie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Say less.
Good luck trying to.
Say less. What about you, Jason?
English for the most part.
That you speak.
Yeah. Sometimes it's broken English. Tagalog,
Right.
Ilocano.
Kind of your
It's
dialect.
well, it's hard because my dad's from Ilocos Norte and my mom's from Iba Zambales, so they speak two different
Dialects. Yeah.
and so I get it confused.
Yo, you get a mixture of both.
Yeah, so it was hard for me. Like in college
Yeah.
trying to put sentences, and
That was the same for me.
it was so
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
Dang.
Like in elementary school, there was the things like, oh, if you can speak another language, I was like, oh yeah, I know like Tagalog, and then they would
Yeah.
quiz me, and I was like, it means different in like my
Yeah.
you know my
Yeah.
dialect. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I would want to speak Spanish just because I like, especially the participants that I serve, they speak Spanish.
So similarities are there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like in Tagalog, there's a lot of
It's
similarities.
similar.
Very
Yeah.
similar.
There's
And a lot of words.
In
It's 'cause of
Cebuano,
history.
there's a lot of similarities in
For sure.
Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is there's a lot of similarities with Spanish and Arabic, believe it or not.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Really?
So like just a random word like camisa.
Oh,
Camisa
yeah.
is amis.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I saw that on. I think it was on TikTok. Nadine showed me.
Yeah,
Like, there was
or
similar. In,
pantalones,
yeah.
right? Is pantalon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of similarities for sure that are there.
Yeah.
But
Oh, nice.
Spanish might be universal to everything, man.
Well, because Spain, you know,
Or
did a lot of
Spain
damage.
just took-
No.
Yeah.
Maybe colonizing, you know.
I know, man. I
A
know.
lot of trauma.
Yeah.
What's the best reason to travel from your experience?
For sure is your mental state of mind. So reset,
Mental reset.
look at things through a different lens
Yeah.
and kind of just take it in, even if it's not a good trip.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a good trip. So here's the thing, like if you don't have a good time, it's okay. Enjoy something or try to live through something that you normally wouldn't. Make you a little uncomfortable or not enjoy it or whatever, just instead of the normal day-to-day life. That gets it gets to be repetitive and it starts to take a mental strain on you. So that's why I'm like, even if it's something that's not working in your favor, you're absolutely gonna love it.
Yeah.
Like looking back at it. Not at that moment, but
Yeah.
looking back at it, you will enjoy it. You'll be like, thank God I did that, dude. You'll always look back at something. I feel like taking a trip will always make you more or less happy that you did it versus not doing it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree. It's just like whenever you just need either a mental reset or you just need to experience kind of like something new, that's like always a good reason to travel, you know?
For sure.
Like if you're doing it for personal reasons, that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, I travel for food.
That's good.
That's good, yeah.
You know, like those experiences, culture,
Mhm.
right? Like,
It's a big world out there.
yeah. And I like to travel just because, like, you know, so you know, there's like areas of the world that like do things completely different, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just like reassuring that, like, you know, there's more than one way to do something. There's more than one way to live a life, right?
Yeah,
So
for
I think
sure.
that's
And you can
kinda
learn
like-
from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, those little things. My sister is a flight attendant, so
Yeah.
we all may or may not know. So
You can sign up for a flight and like whenever the next available opening is.
standby.
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 Yeah, that's what he
That's
does.
how I fly
Yeah.
around.
Oh,
the
that's
world.
that's
how you flew with us.
I didn't know that. Okay,
literally hitchhike across the world.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I find an available seat and
I
I'll
know.
take it.
That's
I think
unreal.
anyone can kind of do that, right?
Yeah, but you got
there's
you have to
some-
like show up there though
Yeah.
for it. It's like
Yeah.
you don't know. It's
There's
like,
a caveat, of course.
Yeah.
imagine you have to like pack your bags and it's like, oh, I can't go and
Yeah.
fly today, so I got to go
Yeah.
back to where I was. It's like
It's
Yeah.
a little different too. Like there's like standby, like revenue standby, like where people. I think Southwest does it a lot, where it's like you buy a ticket for, let's say, like a 5:00 flight, right? But you show up to the airport at like 3,
yeah.
and then you could be like, hey, can I just get on like the next flight?
Yeah.
And I fly standby. So you already have like a seat later, but you're trying to get there earlier. So I think that's like Southwest's
Oh.
standby.
Right.
Mine's like literally, I don't have a seat,
No,
but I will stand by till I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
one.
that's what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yeah. So
What about you, Jake?
Yeah.
I think for me, it's the culture.
Nice.
I always like learning about new cultures
Cool.
to see how people are doing it on the other side of the world, or even in different states. Like for
Right.
example, Hawaii, the tempo, it's like that turtle icon, and then when you get to New York, it's like that hair. Right?
Yeah.
Being in a different culture, seeing how people find even happiness. One thing going in the Philippines, even though, like, I think that was an eye opener for me going after high school, is just seeing that people are living here in poverty, right?
Yeah.
But they're the most happiest.
Right.
Like
Facts.
they weren't attached to social media and all this stuff. Like everyone's like, and that's the one thing I miss in my childhood, that everyone was playing outside.
Yeah.
I
We
know.
got to play. There was a makeshift basketball hoop. We got to play with some locals.
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
slippers.
Dude,
Like,
that's what I'm
how.
talking about. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
and just seeing how like they didn't have an ice cream man, but they had someone that sold like these little plastic
Carts.
balloons,
Oh,
carts, or
yeah.
even the sorry stores that had plastic balloons, and we bought for all the kids, and they were making these balloons, and they were just so happy.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's always the simple things. Yeah.
yeah. The food. I think
Yeah,
that's one of the
for sure.
biggest
Always food.
Food.
For
Always
sure,
food.
dude. Food is always the like accepting factor anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you get to experience that, and it'll always be we can connect on food,
Exactly.
no matter what,
Yeah.
no matter what difference you may have.
Mhm.
Food is always the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Always,
Oh, yeah.
always,
100%.
because everybody got to eat, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody got to eat.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny that we're talking about food because we can segue to the next question.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest food you have ever eaten while traveling?
Define weird.
I don't know about weird, but like anything that maybe like
Mm.
out of the norm that you probably would not just
Okay, I'm gonna
look for. You
I'm
know?
gonna tell you something that we eat like from a culture base
Okay, yeah.
that no one would probably eat.
Sure. Is it sheep's balls?
No.
Okay.
Because there's
No,
a
no,
lot
it's
of them. And
Yeah, in Jordan,
Okay.
but I'm not from Jordan.
I know.
Yeah, I know. But so I'm sure the majority of people may or may not like it, but they are intestines stuffed with
Yeah.
rice and meat.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh.
And they're in a soup broth.
Okay.
So they literally look like intestines that are filled with.
Yeah.
And then you look at it and you're like, what the hell is this? Like on
Yeah.
your plate.
but it's so good.
And where do you get this? Yeah.
Well, you
Homemade?
you can get like at any of the like what is it, like the Arabic stores or whatever that
Okay,
have like the
okay.
intestines separately,
yeah.
and you have to make sure that is clean, bro,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it will that smell or that taste. I've tasted bad ones,
Yeah.
and I can't eat it. I can't eat it.
That's where all
You
the
know.
flavor is, though, right?
No, bro, it's not all the flavor. Hell no.
It's a different kind of
That's
flavor.
all the sickness.
Yeah.
That's all the sickness and bacteria,
Yeah, bro.
probably.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Because there's only one thing passing through there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's what you say, and that's what
Yeah.
there is.
But yeah, that's one thing that I eat that I think is super super weird, and then also tripe.
I love
okay,
tripe.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm cultured, bro. I'm telling you.
I only realize that I only ever eat tripe when it's like in pho.
Like pho.
Yeah.
No, so it's what they do is it's the same broth as the intestines,
Right.
but they sew it. They sew
Oh.
it. They sew it and wrap it in rice and meat also.
Oh.
So they're like
Oh.
they're like tripe pockets.
What do they
Oh,
sew
it's
it
cool. Like
with?
raviolis? They look
Yeah,
like
kind of,
little
but they're
fried
like this
ravioli.
big.
Oh,
Yeah, they're like this
Huge.
big. Yeah.
Damn.
What do they sew it with, though? It's edible?
No,
Like the-
no. So the you have to open it up. So they sew it and they keep
Oh,
it sewn
got
and
it.
locked when it's cooked.
Okay.
Once it's cooked and it's on your
They,
plate,
like,
you
trim it.
pull it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
pull that
Yeah.
that line off or whatever.
Oh,
and
that's
Yeah.
cool.
But they sew it with a needle, just like you're sewing clothes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying that, too.
I gotta bring it for you one time. I will.
When we go Korean barbecue, I think the last time we shared
I know. Yeah, we
intestines.
served some
Yeah.
intestines.
Did you like it?
Yeah, we were all up in those guts, bro.
Why you gotta say it like that?
I feel like I can't take him seriously right now, bro. This guy.
No, but he's not lying. He's not lying.
And then we ate intestines.
Oh my god. What about you, Jason?
I think these are normal, but like we had escargot at in Italy,
Nice.
and they were so good.
Oh, that's
What
good.
can you describe what that tastes like?
Depends how it's prepared. It depends how it's prepared.
Well, how did you have it?
Picture like this little cupcake tray.
Okay.
but for escargot.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
Like
Oh,
Those are a
you-
special kind of snail, though, right? Isn't it a specific?
it's not the one that you find.
No,
in-
it's not a garden
yeah.
snail. It's not a
Yeah,
garden
yeah,
snail.
no, it's definitely no.
Well, and they're also like bigger than the garden snail.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
They're from the sea.
conches and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, conches
No,
are
I'm
different.
kidding.
Yeah, they'll
Conches
be
are
different.
different. Yeah.
Well,
They look
and-
like aliens.
Yeah,
Seriously.
and they put it. I forgot what they topped it with, but it looked like something like chimichurri.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
And then you have this like little fork and you scoop it out.
Yeah.
And I think the texture it's similar to like a scallop.
Yeah.
Or oyster.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's basically
yeah.
like because
Yeah.
I had that before. And I
But
was like,
the
oh, it's like a
taste, the
scallop,
actual
yeah.
flavor, what did it taste
I don't
like? Was
remember
it
the
like
flavor, but it wasn't too bad.
interesting?
I would try it again, to be honest.
Wow.
I feel like it probably
Yeah.
tastes like that sauce or whatever is in it, right? Like it probably
Probably.
it probably naturally doesn't have
Yeah.
like a
Most of it
flavor.
is more water for
So,
sure. But
yeah.
I'm saying, like, was it like fishy maybe or anything?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Like I said, it's like
Chicken.
it's like scallop without the fishy taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like scallops though.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean,
You know, because scallops can be very savory and all that, but like,
Yeah.
what was it? I think the snail itself doesn't like you mentioned earlier, it doesn't have very much taste, so that's why you
Yeah.
have to put so much flavor in it.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. I always wondered. So I've never
Yeah.
tried escargot. So I was just
Yeah.
wondering.
I mean,
it's worth trying once.
yeah, it's worth
Yeah.
trying. I mean, I think another thing is like part of our culture, Diniguan. Not everyone likes
Oh, yeah.
chocolate
Right.
meat,
Yeah.
bloody meat, right?
Wait, have you
It-
tried Diniguan?
What is that?
Diniguan?
What is that?
It's like blood.
Blood?
Yeah,
Pig's
pork
blood.
pork blood.
Yeah. No, I
You see
haven't,
that?
man.
No?
I
Oh,
haven't
bro,
tried
dude,
it.
When my mom makes them, I'm gonna get you.
I knew you
All right,
said you
dude.
like.
Hey,
good.
Yeah.
we'll swap plates.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give me some
Yeah,
of those.
we'll swap
Cultural
plates.
exchange.
Hey, let's go. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Let's go.
Cultural exchange.
Yeah.
Hey, we should make that a thing though.
Yeah.
Cultural exchange.
Yeah.
So next episode, Drew's gonna.
We're gonna have a mukbang.
Yeah, there
Let's
you
have a
go.
mukbang, dude.
I want to. Yeah.
I want some of the exotic. You know, like I want to try something at least once for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Next time we have him here, we're gonna have a mukbang. We're just gonna have like
Nothing like
I'm gonna
looking
bring
into
I'm
the
gonna
eyes
bring
of
what's
a
called
balut.
pacha, man.
Yeah.
It's called pacha. So I'll bring it and it'll be like
Pacha,
a nice plate.
Okay.
Then my mom's gonna go
Pacha,
crazy if
gotcha.
she hears this. She'll be like, I'm gonna make it for them
Oh,
tomorrow.
dude, I would
Yeah.
whatever your mom would cook, I would eat like anything that's homemade.
And she's
I feel like
super
it's so good.
meticulous about cleaning stuff, which is what I like. Like it
Yeah.
likes to be is like super clean.
Yeah.
So I'm
Next
just
time.
like all about that.
time.
All right.
next time we
all
have
right.
these guests, we're gonna
Yeah.
do the food thing.
I'll
Okay.
make sure
We
I'm
have it on record. We have it on
Yeah.
record.
I'll make sure I'm early too.
Hey.
I promise. I promise.
For those who aren't aware out there, today's Sunday. Usually we have our podcast recorded at 10 a.m. So we were here, and it was like about 10:30. I asked Jason, "Hey, do you know if he's to come here at 10?" It's like, yeah, I texted him. I messaged him, and it says then he texted and messaged him. Do you want to read him the text right?
Hey, what's your ETA looking like? Drew goes, I think we should be good around 12. I'm just spending some time with the niece and nephew right now. It'll take me about 30 minutes to get to you so I'll let you know as soon as I leave. Thumbs up. If anything, maybe 12:30 if that's okay.
I know,
Bro.
And then I go, oh shoot, I sent you an invite for 10 a.m. And he goes, oh, what the hell? I thought it was 12. Oh my gosh, my bad. Okay, I'll be on my way soon.
Literally, as soon as Jason read that out to me, I went downstairs and took a nap.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No,
Okay,
Brian
I'm
took a
glad.
nap.
I'm glad.
No,
Okay,
Brian took
I'm
a
glad.
nap. Yeah.
I listen. I respect everybody's time, and I'm so sorry. I swear to God, I really am sorry. But Art will tell you, I'm a pretty good judge of character. I promise. I respect everybody's time. And this was one of the biggest faults.
No,
So
that's
I
why we were
apologize.
It's a little.
We were cracking up.
It's
I
a
know.
little bit on Jason because Jason's usually like the one that reminds everybody. Like,
I
No, but
remind
he
these
did.
two guys.
No, he did. And honestly,
I go
I
today.
No, not today.
It was like
Oh.
Wednesday.
But he sent the like calendar stuff, and I saw it, and then I looked back at it, and I was like, holy shit.
I sent him a screenshot
Okay,
too. Because
okay.
No, I know. I believe you.
no,
No,
no.
I'm saying I just knew. I knew right away it was on me. But I looked at 10 to 12, and I assumed 12 in my
That's
head.
exactly what I was saying. So I
That's
was like, oh, he
fair.
probably saw 10
He
to
said-
12 and saw the
The
12.
latest one.
Yeah, man.
No, remember when I first sent you the invite? You got like a 3 a.m. invite.
Yeah,
it was weird.
That too.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was.
Yeah.
It threw you off. It threw you off.
No,
Okay.
but I'm not making excuses.
No, it's okay.
Listen,
It's
but
okay.
He
It
sent it
happens.
to you in the Jordan
Oh.
time zone.
Probably, bro. That does make sense because it is probably like 3 a.m. there. Yeah. That's
We
funny.
won't fact check that. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, back to our question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Art, what is the weirdest food you have ever eaten while traveling?
Oh, shoot. While traveling. Dude, I don't know. Actually, I don't think I like try. Well,
I mean, it's probably something that you don't think is weird, but it probably is.
Yeah, maybe weird. To
honestly, I
others.
wasn't traveling, but I think probably the weirdest thing I've eaten
Yeah.
is like frog legs.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean that.
But that was like
I mean
from
that.
that was from
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Del Mar Fair though. So it's
Yeah,
kinda
I
budget,
mean that.
budget.
Del Mar
budget-
Fair?
Budget traveling.
Budget
Yeah,
travel.
budget travel. Yeah, because balut is like my, it's not too weird for me.
Oh, I
It's
can't
not
eat
too-
that,
get down
bro.
with
I can't
get
eat
down
that.
with
Can you eat the
next-
soup? The soup's good.
Soup's good.
No.
Nah, I don't,
Not
I-
even the
I haven't-
soup?
I don't know.
Well,
I haven't had the
like-
soup. I haven't had the soup, but I know
Oh,
what
you
balut is.
just
I
had,
know,
like-
but no, I know what it is,
oh.
and I don't think I don't think I can do. I don't think I can do it. It's hard.
I had
It's
this
hard.
crazy mushrooms in Thailand one time, and that kind of gave me a stomach ache.
Did you just find these mushrooms yourself? Or?
They're magical mushrooms. That's what it was.
Let me just say the mushrooms found me. Okay.
What does that mean?
Just kidding.
All right, last question about traveling.
All right.
What is the most bizarre thing you've witnessed while traveling?
Has to be maybe this one guy that when I was in Jordan,
Okay.
he was like a butcher or something. He had to have been. Because the guy just had like dead sheep in his bed in the bed of his truck, like their throats were slit, whatever.
Yeah.
But the guy was driving and just blood that kept pouring from the bed of the truck, like made a trail while he was driving.
Oh.
And I'm just like, it never ended, dude.
Like, it was
and we
just
were behind him,
streaming,
yeah,
yeah.
and it was just streaming. I thought that was the weirdest thing to watch.
Okay.
That's
about
crazy.
the Red Sea.
Not just that, but it was like the actual like cleanliness of that and like not being cleaned, and if it's supposed to be halal, it's like I feel like it should be a little bit attained to more than that. It was,
Right.
like, it was just like all over the place. I was like, hell no, and I don't eat lamb. No way.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's pretty common too because you're gonna have to transport it anyways. Because I think from my experience, it was a goat, and the same experience.
yeah.
Same experience. The blood would just go like past the bed and into the street.
Dude, crazy.
But that wasn't my story.
Yeah.
I think in high school we flew, or after high school we flew out to the Philippines, and it was my cousin's birthday, and we're like, "Well, what do you want for your birthday? We're gonna get you this, that," and they're like, "Oh, we want lecho, we want fresh, like
Hell yeah.
pig, right?"
Hell
and
yeah.
and then we're like super excited, like we're
Oh,
when
that's something to see.
right? No, and
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be hard to watch for sure.
but
So
we were
you're
all-
here like,
they told us that if you really want to see it, you're gonna have to wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And so it was me, my cousin Chris, my cousin Dan, and I don't even think we slept.
Wait, real quick. Why is it at 4 a.m.? Is there a reason?
Well, I think because there's a process.
There's a process. The earlier you do it, the
Oh,
faster you
okay,
get
okay.
It's a whole pig.
Oh,
They
because it
gotta
takes
clean the
forever.
inside.
It takes a while.
It takes
Okay, that
forever.
makes sense.
And I think they made several meals out of
Yeah.
the pig.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
and one of them was Dinaguan. So Dinaguan Fresh is in the business.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
The chocolate meat, the
Okay, the blood.
meat. Yeah.
So you don't like it?
Not fresh.
Okay.
After
It
it's aged a bit.
It has to age. It has to be, I think, frozen maybe first.
Is it
and
with
then-
vinegar or something like that, or what do
I'm
they
not
put
too
in?
sure what the ingredients
yeah, it's
are.
basically pork blood and vinegar.
I wanna
and
try that
They
now.
cook it until the blood turns black.
Yeah.
basically.
Interesting. So
And
until
then, yeah.
like all the clotting factors
Yeah,
are
so
gone.
basically, yeah,
It's pretty
it's
good.
just
I love it.
black.
It's very savory.
Dang, okay.
I love it.
It's
Okay.
very savory and all that.
R&B has it.
I
too.
love it.
So
Dude,
so-
okay.
We could
All
try
right.
that today, dude. We could try that today after the pod.
I don't know if I'm feeling that courageous right now, but I will try.
Well,
I will try.
someone else can order it and you can have a taste
I want
of
his
it.
mom to make it.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
that
yeah.
way, yeah. That way we trade
Yeah,
mom's
yeah, okay,
foods.
okay,
Mom
no,
foods.
okay.
Mom
Yeah.
foods
We'll
only.
save it, we'll
Mom
save it.
foods only.
We'll save it.
Yeah.
We'll save it.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
save it then. Yeah.
Cool.
So back to the story.
Sorry.
We're waiting for this pig, right? I want to say it's around 4 a.m. And so we get up, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna start bringing the pig over," and it's in the other house, like in the backyard. And then we see this pig in a cage. Two guys are carrying it like
Like a pig.
on both ends.
Just kidding.
No, in a crate.
Just
Like
kidding.
just
Yeah,
carrying it.
okay.
And then you see this old man in front. He's dragging this lead pipe.
Oh,
He's just dragging it.
Fucking like Walking Dead.
Yeah,
dude.
I was just gonna say that, bro.
Oh my god.
And we were like,
Wait,
oh,
what's her name? The bat.
I forgot the
Lucille?
Lucille. It's
Yeah.
fucking Lucille.
But it was
Lucille.
this is the
I
first
was like, Wilbur?
Dude, that's messed up.
That's
That's messed
different.
up. Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen a lead pipe in person like that. It was like this long.
Oh my God.
Like an actual bat.
How
And
old were you when this happened?
This is right after graduating high school.
Yeah, so you were young
early
still.
college,
You were still young.
20s,
Yeah,
early
you were young.
20s.
Okay.
And so we're watching from across, and it was like a whole. Like, I
Oh,
felt like it was a
no.
ceremony walking up to us, and so they brought the pig out, and they pulled the crate, the door. And so they're trying to get the pig out, and the old man comes around the corner and just brings the pig out, and we're like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen now, right?
With this lead pipe.
Because we were so excited, we're like, oh shoot, like we're so excited, and we're like, what's gonna happen next? And he got the pig out,
And they traumatized you.
and then we're like, all right, silence, right?
He was never the same.
This old man, he goes, whack, and, we're like, oh, and the pig didn't fall the first time.
Oh my god.
So he
Did
did
it
it
squeak?
again.
It's like,
no, he did it again, and he whacked it, and the skull broke, and the pig fell down.
Dude,
to
how hard do you have to hit it?
I don't.
Pretty
It's the
fucking
skull.
hard. Pretty fucking
Still,
hard.
dude.
With a
there's
lead
people that
pipe.
get hit with
Yeah.
bats, like humans that get hit with bats, they can't break their skull.
Yeah.
That's hard to do,
And
bro.
so it was the second time, and
it's old man.
it's the old
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
It fell down, and then the other guy, I didn't even know he had a knife
Slit his throat.
Yeah.
He went-
Sure. Yeah.
in
Makes
a
sense.
bucket.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
we were like-
god. Yo.
We were like,
Savage.
I want to go back to sleep. We weren't expecting that.
This
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
dream,
yeah.
right? This is
Yeah.
a dream. This is a dream.
Yeah,
Go back to
that's
sleep.
wild.
Yeah, and so I would say that was the most bizarre thing.
Oh my God.
Just being in a different country, super excited about it.
Yeah.
We didn't know what
Yeah.
that entailed at the time, and to see it firsthand, we were like, that wasn't cool.
Hey, low key, because I love animals, I think that would traumatize me.
Oh,
Honestly,
I bet.
I feel like that would
Yeah.
be the most messed up thing you could do.
Yeah.
But at
I
the
mean,
same time, it's like you got to know where your food comes from. If you're
Oh
gonna do
no,
it,
for
you know?
sure.
Yeah.
I'm not oblivious to anything.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, no,
Hey.
I'm not one of those that like
Yeah.
see no evil, speak no evil.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. No.
Okay.
Definitely not. I know exactly what happens. I know the farming industry.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm all about animals.
It fed
I
a lot of
promise.
people, right? It
Huh?
fed-
No,
it fed a lot of
it
people.
fed. No, literally, it fed a village because if you don't know about like parties,
Right,
parties in the
exactly.
Philippines too, they invite the whole
Everybody.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it's
the
true.
whole
It's
block.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's why there's that whole culture of like, help us finish this
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they don't let anything go to waste. They even eat the blood, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on,
Even
come
the
on.
hooves and,
That's part of the
Like we don't do that. I'm saying,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying, but like that's dope.
Yeah.
I think that's dope.
So R.I.P. to Piggy Smalls.
Piggy Smalls.
Oh, Biggie Small.
Yeah.
Okay,
Biggie Smalls.
okay. Okay.
Who's next?
Dang,
That's funny.
man. Dude, you should have been last. That's a crazy story.
I know. He can edit it.
Yeah,
I can edit.
Yeah, add this before yours.
We were traveling in Italy. This is like 2014 or so like that. And this is like in Florence, like the big high tourist areas, whatever. And when you go to the tourist areas, the places you think of like Leaning Tower and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They have all the people selling stuff on the side, right? They're selling, bags. Some of them are knockoff bags, which becomes important a little bit later. When I say a little later, like now, because then we were
It's about to be a 3-hour pod.
no.
Is it usually this long?
No.
Oh, dang.
No.
Okay.
No, but like, because we have so many things to tell this.
I know.
thing.
I know. I love it.
But so me and my sister, we would always explore because we're old enough at that point, to explore on our own. And we were just chilling, drinking Italian beer. Like, oh, this is cool, whatever. All of a sudden, we hear like this loud whistle, and everyone, like all the vendors or whatever, they just start getting up, they gather all their shit and run.
What the hell?
And then like maybe 5 minutes later, we see like all these like Italian police, I guess.
Oh,
because they're
like
they're
the
dressed like police.
Yeah.
The police, yeah.
Polesi.
Polesi. Yeah. And they're like on a they're walking like they're on a mission. They're like looking back and forth and everything like that. Me and my sister, we we're drinking and like you just make friends with the people around you or whatever. And we're like me and my sister are like, oh, going on. The person's like, that's fine. It happens like every day. And we're like, what the fuck? Like they just everyone who has like knockoff bags or whatever, just they go and sell it. But then once they hear a whistle, because it's one of their lookouts, right? They just sound the whistle, and then everyone just knows when they hear the whistle, they go. They just have to get out of there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like when I say whistle, it was like
Like too short.
Yeah.
Like too short.
and that was like it was a bizarre experience because like if you're up there, like it was in a plaza because we were up above and we were looking down all below because like there's stairs, right? And there's like different like levels and stuff. And like every level has like vendors or whatever. But as soon as this whistle went, all the vendors just they grabbed all their with the quickness and they ran. They were bolting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I literally have video of this.
That's
'cause I was
actually
like,
kind of cool to
crazy.
watch.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be cool to watch in like person.
well, yeah, because like it's the sheer amount of volume of people just carrying all their running, like
and just everything's gone.
yeah,
Everything's gone.
and you
don't
as a
see it.
tourist, you're like, what the fuck's going on? What's happening, right? Like, and that was like by far the most bizarre thing until I saw the police. I was like, oh, all right,
Now
it's because now it makes sense. All their I know not to buy because it's all fake.
How about you, Art?
No, actually, no. I don't think I've had. I don't know. Maybe I just kind of like block it out. But
Mentally blocking.
yeah. Oh, I mean, the weirdest thing that happened to me. It was funny. It wasn't even really that weird, but it was like we were staying at like this hotel or something, and then like you read like the fire exit stuff on the door or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and
Like the directions or something, or what?
yeah, it's like fire exit plans or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
But then that for some reason this place like you could like cook. There was like a kitchen, so you could cook there, and then it said like, so if we have to call the fire department, you get fined like $200.
Oh,
What the hell?
And then all of a sudden you just hear a fire alarm like, beep, right, and we're like, oh. Like
it's a
was that
fire.
us? Is that But then so yeah, everybody gets evacuated. We go down. Everybody's like.
you're
Waiting, sitting in the street, like in the middle of the night, and the fire department's there, and then they finally clear it out. And yeah, basically somebody was cooking.
What
oh,
the
and
hell?
they set up the fire alarm.
Yeah,
Oh
they set off
my
the fire alarm, and I was
God,
like,
bro.
man, that was like a $200 meal, bro.
Jeez.
But that was a.
Where-
That's
where
cheaper
was
than a
this?
lot of restaurants, though.
Where where was this, Art?
I think it was in Australia, actually.
Australia.
Yeah.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah. But there was a cool thing. I don't know. I guess it's kind of bizarre for me because I'm not like a water
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
It was in Thailand. We were on a boat. They took us out like in the middle of the sea to like scuba dive or not
Okay.
scuba dive, snorkel.
Snorkel.
Historical, yeah.
Yeah, and then like one of the like local dudes that are there, he like goes out like no gear, just and he has like a spear gun,
Oh shoot.
and then you
bro.
just see him dive into the ocean, and then I was like, oh, shit. I was like, when is he gonna come back? And then he came back, dude. He had a fish on his
No
side.
way.
Oh,
I was like,
They're
oh,
savages,
that's
man.
That's
wild.
crazy.
I'm gonna just throw this out there. Spearfishing, never do it.
No.
It attracts you to a lot of predators that you don't want around you.
wow.
Trust me, never ever.
Have you
ever
tried
do
it?
No, and I won't. I know why.
oh, this is
no,
is
I'm
from-
saying I know because of like what I know.
Oh, okay.
Only because you don't want sharks around you, and sharks
Right,
will smell.
right.
They'll smell
smell
everything
blood.
like
They smell
on
blood,
on
yeah.
the like on the dot,
Yeah.
and they'll zero you in,
Had a-
accidentally bite you. accidentally because they won't want to taste it.
Accidentally, yeah.
No, they will accidentally bite you
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they'll think you're a meal. They'll taste it and they'll be like, "Oh, that's nasty. I don't want it." But you're already bleeding. It's too late.
Yeah.
And there's more blood and more.
Yeah,
comes
and
in.
that's why you die.
Yeah, then another shark goes.
All because you wanted to go spearfishing.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust.
That was part of the fish that we ate.
That's pretty cool though to see. That's pretty cool to see. That's ballsy, in my opinion. I think that would be crazy.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
literally, like wasn't even. He just dove in there.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
No gear, just the
No
spear.
gear, just a
That's
spear.
how they're built diff, bro.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
built
I was
diff.
They're used to
Yo,
it.
that's impressive.
Yeah, I'm saying they're built diff.
So
Hello.
next portion of the podcast,
Yeah.
we're at Q&As. Let's answer some questions from the community. This is sent through our stories, direct messages, texts, and this goes to Drew.
Oh no, we're in trouble. I already feel
Well,
it.
this one's from Alan Guillermo,
Oh, let's go, Alan. Shout out,
who
Alan.
is Prince of Omnia.
Oh my God,
The
bro.
Prince of
Omnia
Omnia is here before us.
Yeah.
What? No,
Let me
that's-
add this too, because this also comes from Ryan. How did you get the nickname Prince of Omnia?
Oh, this is your title. This is your title.
Asking for a friend.
All the homies have the same question. That's crazy. Shout out Francis, bro. This guy with this name, he destroyed my name.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He diminished me and called me Prince of Omnia.
So
Only
how did this
because
come
the reason why was because there was this one time, I guess I got everybody in or something like that. And
Okay.
it was Alex's birthday.
Yeah, it was Alex's birthday.
Alex's birthday, and I was like, "Hey, who wants to go to Omnia?" And they were like, "What? What do you mean? We're in North County. What do you mean Omnia?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll get us all in." I got everybody in, and then ever since then, I was just deemed Prince of Omnia, and it never left me. It was like I can't get rid of this, bro. I can't get rid of it.
man.
Omnia
No,
is
you
dead.
don't-
Listen, Omnia is dead, and I'm still stuck with the name. I'm still stuck with the
Wait,
name.
Omnia is no longer downtown?
No, it's
yeah.
Nova now.
Nova.
Nova,
When,
yeah.
when did
Yeah.
that change? When
I
did
think
that
it's
change?
crazy because
back.
like they were like, "Yo, we're literally in like sweatpants and a track jacket," you know, and then
Yeah.
you're like, "Don't worry about it."
You guys got in
The
like
Prince
that?
got
The
you.
Prince got
Yeah.
you, bro.
So I think that's where it comes from.
How'd you pull that off?
'Cause
I
he's
just
the
know.
fucking
I,
Prince,
oh,
bro.
oh my God, bro! See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? No, I mean, I know people that work downtown,
Right,
so
right, right.
it's cool. But at the time, yeah, Omnia. Before that, Stingery. Shout out.
Stingery, yep.
If you remember
Stingery.
Stingery,
You're a real one. You're a
to
real
all
one.
my old ones, you know,
Yep.
to my real ones. But yeah,
That's funny because I think the first time I met you, we were going to, I think it was PB, like in a whole group.
Yeah.
And I think it was Alan and Alex.
Yeah.
He mentioned that you were the Prince of Omnia too.
yeah.
Prince of Omnia.
So I hate you guys, man. Stop that. I am now an old folk.
The former Prince of Omnia.
That's funny that we're talking about former Prince of Omnia because this next question is from Ryan.
Okay.
And he goes, follow up. If you are no longer the Prince of Omnia, what are you currently the Prince of?
Oh.
Damn, that's a.
Ozempic.
Yeah. Let's go. That's a really good question. Prince of weight loss, motherfucker. Let's go. I am the prince of weight loss.
Yeah.
I will take that to the T. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. The
Okay.
king.
Oh.
The king of weight loss.
He's no longer a prince. He's
I got
upgraded to a king.
anyone who wants any of those drugs, hit me
Oh
up. I
my
got you. Got you.
For
Got
legal
you.
reasons, do we need to put
Yes,
that out?
absolutely. No.
just
No,
make
you need a
sure-
prescription.
hey,
I don't
just make
care.
sure your prescription
You need a
goes through
prescription.
first.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got a prescription? I got you. I'm
I'm
the
just
king of
saying,
that
because
shit.
the way you were
Okay.
phrasing
Say
that
less.
meant that you could like
Say less. Yeah, I can do that. I can
Okay.
do it.
This question comes from Chalet. Can you get me drugs?
I can get anyone any drug.
Yeah. Just make sure your doctor asks.
The
for
only
it
thing is,
first.
I have to make sure there is a legal proceeding to that.
Yes.
So anything that's legally done, I can get you whatever you want. Anything.
Nice.
Anything.
As long
When
as
I
it's
say-
legal.
When I say anything, anything.
As long as it's legal.
You got to put that in there.
I got my eternity right here.
Yeah. This next question comes from John. Tell us your craziest story you had with art. Just one.
Hey, don't tell him about that one time though. No, just kidding.
Honestly, we've had so many, so like I'm trying to like zero in on one.
yeah.
One that's safe to say.
None of them. Just kidding.
Your best.
No, I don't. I need some time. Shoot. I don't.
You want to think about that? We'll go to the next
Yeah,
question?
yeah. We'll think about it. Let me think about it.
This one comes from Nadine.
Oh, okay.
What's the biggest misconception people have about you?
I'm honestly not too sure. I'd like to hear the people.
Would you get mistaken for a certain ethnicity?
Absolutely white.
White. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look white. I look
Yeah.
white as hell.
I thought that. when
I
I
like,
first
yeah,
came in.
you thought that, yeah, initially,
yeah.
for sure. I get mistaken all the time, even with my own kind. It's
Oh.
like my own people don't know that I'm Chaldean a lot of the
Yeah.
times,
Okay.
and then they'll hear me speak. They'll be like, "Oh my God, he's one of us."
All right. Well, back to John's question. Tell us your craziest story you had with art.
The Coachella story, bro,
Which one?
with the random fanny pack.
Oh, that was wild.
We found a bunch of chocolates.
We basically found a pharmacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found a fanny pack that was essentially
pharmacy.
had a bunch of Tylenol and ibuprofen
Yeah.
and a lot of other stuff that was
Yeah.
very well prepared for me when I was in trouble. So,
All right.
Okay. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. We'll
it
leave
was
at that.
actually crazy.
That was
We'll leave it
pretty
at that.
They
We'll
had
leave it
one
at
for every single fever possible.
Yeah.
that. Wow.
Next portion. This is our guest plug. Where can our community members find you? Social media handles, website.
Yeah, you can find me at Santee Community Pharmacy, man. Shout out
Yeah.
there. You just come out there. If you have a prescription, I am more than happy to take care of it. I'm there 5 out of the 6 days that we're open.
Nice.
Okay, so I have
Uh,
one day off. What?
Sunday is Sunday.
Two
closed?
days.
No, Sunday's closed. Sorry,
Sunday's
yeah,
closed.
Sunday's closed.
Okay.
Saturday's open.
That's why he's here on the pod today.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no website. My Instagram handle, y'all don't want. It's not interesting. Trust me, it's okay. But yeah, just come show us love.
Yeah.
And we do free delivery.
Oh,
Free
wow.
delivery.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Okay.
to San Diego County. So you just let me know.
Oh,
By the
wow.
man
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. Sometimes it might be.
Yeah.
Yo, if I gotta bite the bullet, I'll do it for the business, man. It's always like that. That's the only way you're gonna be successful. You know?
You
So,
you gotta support small pharma, dude.
yay. It's not small pharma, it's family business.
Oh, okay.
It's different. We're not even like pharma like you think, because when you say pharma, it's like automatic. There's a stigma.
Okay,
There's a stigma.
okay, yeah.
Family
That's what I was trying to go for.
business. That's what it
Business.
is.
Yeah.
Business.
We standing on business.
Yeah.
So any shout outs, recognition, and last thing, also what's one last thing you would give someone trying to figure out what they want to do in life? What's one last advice?
Shout out to my parents, man.
Of course.
I know they were hard on us growing up, like me and my siblings and all that. Shout out to them, obviously, number one. Shout out to you guys for having me. Obviously, I know I'm a lot, and I'm so sorry. I'm sorry again.
Hey man, you got enough for like another visit, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
We'll have a
thank you.
repeat guest.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, I appreciate it.
That'll be the
you
full
know,
episode.
The community on both sides, so like the Chaldeans, the Filipinos that I grew up with, all of them love everybody, and I feel like unite, don't hate. It's simple, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
That's just all what I'm all about.
If only
But,
it was.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
only if it was as easy, but I feel
Yeah.
like it's a lot easier than people really think.
And so what's one advice you would give someone to try figure out what they want to do in life?
So I didn't find out what I wanted to do in life, for the longest time. I had it pushed on me. So if somebody gives you a suggestion, all I can say is don't let it shoot you down to where you're like, no. Kind of explore it, see if you want to do it.
Because you never know, right?
You never know. Even though it's something that I don't want to do, I'm still doing it and I'm good at it. It's just I don't like it. It's okay. Make enough money to do what you want to do later.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
okay. That's
That's what
okay.
it is.
That's totally okay. That's my advice, man.
Okay.
Just don't dumb down everything that gives. Like if anyone gives you a suggestion, don't dumb it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just explore it a little.
Run with
explore
it. Run
Take it with a grain of
Take-
salt.
take it, yeah.
When we talk about the future, any upcoming events for you or anything that you're excited for this year?
Honestly, being single, man.
Oh.
This is great.
So if y'all want that
Phone number.
Instagram,
It's not interesting, I promise.
Hey, man, he owns a pharmacy. Come on.
Oh, no.
slide
Oh,
in
no.
those AKA DMs.
So phone number will be right here.
I'll give you the first 3 digits. That's it.
All right. Last call. Thank you. Shout outs. Anything you want to plug? Upcoming events, pod encounters from friends and family.
Honestly, I already shouted them out. Love the fam. My sisters, obviously, were a big part of my life that helped shape a lot of how I react
Yeah.
to stuff. My parents, who obviously gave me this, life to do whatever it is I'm doing now. I don't know if it has purpose or not. We'll find out later. But and obviously the friends that I grew up with, they were like fam, art included. So I know art since the 6th grade. Like
Oh
a long.
wow, you guys
yeah,
go
yeah.
way back.
Oh yeah. We
that
go
was
way
one
back.
fact that was not revealed to me until now.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah. We can go back and record it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just a super thankful guy to just life.
Yeah.
I'm very simple. I'm very simple, man.
For me, just wanted to shout out to my my own middle school friend. I just did his wedding last week.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. Don't remember the last part of it because you invited me to the after party, and we just drank.
Nice.
It was just that sort of thing. And then shout outs to the collegiate fam. I know it's formal season coming up, and there's a bunch of that coming up. So thank you for your business, as always.
Nice.
Well, I'm not up to much, you know. So. Nah, but thanks to everybody that supported the pod through the questions for our boy Drew here.
Yeah.
What's up, fam? You already know who you are.
Y'all
You know,
killing
so,
me.
Yeah.
Don't do those Prince of Omnia questions ever
Yeah,
again.
dude. Let's keep it
Do
running.
you have a crown?
No, I know. No.
Next episode.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, shout out to Nadine. I always have to shout out the wife. We went to. Well, I'll save that for next time. But we went to an event that was pretty fun. I got some new art pieces up.
Oh,
here
I
for
noticed
the,
that. Yeah, I
for
noticed
the
that.
studio. This
that one,
and this one's
and
from
the one.
Chicago.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Chicago next
Hell
episode.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
okay.
As well as Drew. Shout out to you just
Thanks,
for being vulnerable, for sharing. I feel like this is like the longest guest episode.
Sorry, man. I'm
No,
so
no,
sorry.
don't be sorry. You got-
I'm just
you
gonna
got
have to
stuff
edit,
say,
so-
yeah.
I know.
Hey,
it's
man.
okay.
Yeah,
if you're
usually
here with
apologize to Jason because he has to cut it and whatever.
I know, dude. That's why I'm sorry, man. He has to do
okay.
work on top of work, and it's like he was already like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's this late." This guy, bro. This guy.
So what you get with the prince, you know?
Oh, no. Bro, I hate this already. I hate this. Oh my
But
god.
shout out to you, like just for the gift that you brought us.
Yeah.
I feel like we
Oh yeah.
finished most of it.
No, we got to do another one. That's it.
We-
An ending one. An ending
Oh
one.
my.
You're
God.
definitely gonna be a repeated guest on the show.
Love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much for having me. Shout out to the Brewing podcast. Y'all subscribe. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Let's go.
Subscribe to the channel.
Let's
It does
go.
help us out.
All right.
So thank you for hanging out with us. I'm brewpac.shakur.
This is art.
This is Brian.
And Drew.
Peace.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go.